The protagonist was seen as the weakest loser in his class. But during the physical fitness test, he cranked out hundreds of pull-ups with over 200 pounds strapped to him. This left the other students completely stunned. But when he transferred to the advanced class, he was still looked down on. The so-called top genius challenged him to a fight. But all it took was a single punch from our protagonist to completely incapacitate him. This left our hero a bit disappointed. He hadn't even warmed up yet. And this display of power left even the principal in awe. He was willing to use all the school's resources just to beg the protagonist to represent them in the upcoming tournament. Turns out, our protagonist had been reincarnated into this body. This was a world teeming with demonic beasts, where might makes right. Humanity constantly faced the threat of monster calamities. Therefore, the strong were the ones who held all the wealth and status. But the body's original owner, buried under a massive debt, had sacrificed his soul and body to an evil god. But from this moment on, he was no longer that person. Instead, it was the soul of our hero, an overworked corporate slave who had transmigrated here. So he had no idea what the hell this evil god in front of him even was. The evil god declared that insignificant mortals weren't worthy of knowing his existence. All you need to know is this. Your predecessor used his body and soul as collateral for a loan. I've already taken his soul. But this body, which is rightfully mine, has now been occupied by you. Our hero finally realized he'd been reborn as a total screw-up. The sheer terror of it all brought him to tears. But the contract has been signed. All who violate it shall be cruelly punished. Seeing the protagonist screaming as he was engulfed in flames, the evil god found it all rather dull. Just another weak soul. You might as well just die. But just then, the protagonist suddenly spoke. According to the terms of the contract, a breach of contract due to irresistible force grants party B an exemption from liability. If I'm unable to fulfill the contract because you're interfering, then the fault lies with you. Therefore, you can't use this as a reason to kill me. It was the first time the evil god had ever been threatened by a human. Mortal, are you trying to lecture me on the rules? Though burning in the flames, the protagonist was perfectly calm. You could have taken my life easily, but you didn't. That means you're testing me. Testing to see if I'm a suitable candidate. So, have I proven myself worthy of a new contract with you? At this, the evil god burst out laughing. Interesting. You're the first one who's ever dared to negotiate terms with me. You piqued my interest, kid. And just like that, a new contract appeared before him. The one making the offer this time? An evil god. I've made my decision. If you can grant me a single wish, I will grant you a new life. And my wish is for 999 more wishes. And with a magical flourish, he was gone. One last thing I should remind you. You don't have much time to think. In about a minute, you'll pass out and die. At this point, our hero was past caring. If he wanted to live, he had to agree first and ask questions later. Whatever you say, boss. But the second he signed the contract, the evil god vanished, leaving the poor guy to figure things out on his own. He just tossed out some random request. So, following his new memories, he headed home. Man, that boss was weird as hell. He didn't treat me like a slave, unlike all those corporate scumbags from my past life. But when he got inside, he saw the original owner's life was even harder than he'd imagined. Loan shark notices were plastered all over the place. But before he had a chance to think, someone ambushed him from the shadows and cracked him over the head. Where the hell have you been? You got the nerve to ignore my calls? You must have a death wish. Hey, don't kill him, his partner warned. Even if he's awakened with a tough body, you gotta go easy. For a moment, he couldn't remember who these guys were. Who are you? The debt collector kicked him down. Forgot already? The payment was due last week. What are you, high on something? And another thing, where's that old woman? I don't see her selling her blood to pay off your debt. Don't tell me she's dead already. It's hilarious, really. Your mom was a real fool, willing to give up her own life for a worthless piece of trash like you. But I guess trash is always trash. Did you really think you could ever turn things around? Suddenly, a memory surfaced in his Mindy Euro, a conversation with his mother from when he was a child. I had a dream last night, Mom. I dreamed that you were making crafts every single day, until you were so tired you fell asleep, and you didn't wake up. I don't want that to happen, Mom. What if you never wake up again? What if I can't become a hunter after all? But his mother gently comforted him. It's all right, Xiao Shun. Even if the sky comes crashing down, I'll hold it up for you. At that moment, a surge of power coursed through his body. With a single blow, he sent the debt collector flying. Hearing the commotion, another thug yelled at his partner to take it easy. But the one who went flying wasn't the boy Euro, it was one of their own men. This isn't right. Something's wrong. This aura. Don't tell me this kid broke through to the star level. The other two immediately unleashed their auras, preparing to strike. But he made short work of them. They dropped to their knees, begging for their lives. We were just following orders. It was Linyu. He sent us. I'll pay back every cent of the debt. Just tell him to stay the hell away from me. Now take him in and get lost. Once he was sure the three of them were gone for good, he spoke into the empty air. You're watching, aren't you, boss? A moment later, a book tore through the fabric of space and appeared before him. Not bad, so you could sense my presence. Your instincts are sharp. I felt a strange power surging through me earlier. So I figured you were the one helping me out. The evil god didn't deny it. If I hadn't lent you my power, you'd have been beaten to a bloody pulp. You should be grateful. A grin spread across his face. Boss, you really are my golden finger. If you can keep lending me your power, then I'll be totally unstoppable, right? The power of a being like me isn't something a mere mortal can wield at will. You were just lucky you didn't push your body past its breaking point. Otherwise, you would have exploded into a million pieces before they could even touch you. He didn't understand. But I'm out here working for you. Don't I get any perks? If I were stronger, wouldn't it be easier for me to grant your wishes? But the evil god simply closed his eyes. Relax. As per our contract, I will grant you a small reward. However, I have yet to decide what it will be. But as for borrowing my power again, forget about it. Unless you have a death wish. And yet, the evil god was secretly pleased. This kid, he's far more interesting than I expected. He handled more of my power than I anticipated, and his control over it was surprisingly stable. Could he be the one to change my fate? Just then, the protagonist asked if he had thought of his second wish yet. For the moment, the evil god still hadn't come up with one. Don't you worry. I've already made plenty of wishes. You'll understand when the time is right. He was getting impatient. So, what am I supposed to do now? But the evil god just scoffed, like I care about you. Do whatever you want. The protagonist had hoped the evil god would give him a wish to fulfill, something to give him a sense of purpose. But clearly, that wasn't going to happen. He didn't know a thing about this world, and there was just so much he needed to figure out. First things first, I'll check the original owner's phone. Since I have to live his life from now on, I need to get a handle on his situation. But the phone was filled with nothing but loan apps. Does it really cost this much to become an invoker? There were no messages from his family anywhere. But just then, he saw Idiuro, the only message he'd received from family. It was sent last night. The message said his mother had been hospitalized. By the time he arrived at the hospital, night had already fallen. He found a woman sitting silently by the hospital bed. The air in the room felt heavy and awkward. But then again, it made sense. Anyone would be furious if he forgot something this important. This woman must be the original owner's older sister, Zhou Yuding, which means the person in the hospital bed is their mother. Why is this so different from my memories? Could this all be because of me? He finally spoke. I'm sorry, sis. I'm late. How's mom? But the only reply he got was, what's your excuse this time? Training? Having a breakthrough? Or were you too busy summoning some god? Mom was working herself to the bone to pay off your debts right before she collapsed. Why? Why couldn't you even come see her once? She gave you everything. Everything this family had, we gave to you. And you know what? To pay off your debts, Mom couldn't even afford to get into the oncology ward. She was running on pure willpower. She almost died, you know that? After letting it all out, she finally looked up. I'm sorry, Xiao Shun. Mom and I, we're just so tired. Here's 6 months of living expenses for you. From now on, I'll be the one taking care of Mom. This has nothing to do with you anymore. And your debts, you can pay them off yourself. They have nothing to do with us anymore either. From this day forward, we have nothing to do with each other. And so, he left the hospital. But the evil god could sense his despair. That woman really hit you that hard, huh? She's basically a stranger to you. Besides, it wasn't even your fault. He was surprised the evil god even knew how to offer comfort. I'm fine. She just reminds me of how things used to be. Back then, I was the same way, desperately wanting to say something, but unable to get a single word out. The evil god seemed to understand and simply closed its eyes. Just don't you dare get in the way of my ambitions. But then, he suddenly changed the subject. You said you'd make me stronger if I could prove my worth, right? If I just get strong enough, I'll be able to fix everything, right? The evil god was silent for a moment before speaking. Of course, kid. Provided you can prove you have any worth to offer. It then watched his retreating figure, lost in thought. Destiny points. Don't you dare disappoint me. The next day, news that he had beaten up the debt collectors reached the ears of the city's top boss. But not only did the boss not send more men to cause trouble, he even ordered the punishment of his worthless subordinates for not following the rules. But his underling explained that the situation was unique. Those men were a level 2 and a level 3 practitioner. And the one who beat them was a student who had just broken through to level 2. The boss was immediately skeptical. He immediately pulled up the kid's file. A kid who just hit level 2? How could he possibly take down a level 2 and a level 3 at the same time? Even the weakest level 3 should be a match for 10 level 2s. A power gap that wide can't be bridged by skill alone. This kid's real strength, he must be a level 3. Trying to hide his true power, is he? Interesting. Keep an eye on him for me. Talent like that can't be wasted. Meanwhile, he was just about to head out when his neighbor called to him. Up and at him awful early these days, aren't you? Hey, I just got a huge shipment of high-grade energy potions. Only 400 a bottle. You need any? He politely declined. Sorry, uncle. I've still got a few bottles left to get through. I'll come find you when I run out. Watching him walk away, the old man thought to himself that the kid seemed a lot more open than before. He even wondered if the kid had finally gotten a girlfriend. In truth, ever since leaving the hospital, he had spent the past few days adapting to his new body and researching his own background. On top of that, two streams of memories were still merging within him. I'm starting to get the gist of how this world works. People here regularly use special elixirs to gain power. These people are called catalysts. The elixirs needed to become a catalyst are incredibly expensive, which explains why the original owner of this body was buried in debt. I'm not sure how much stronger I've gotten. But one thing's for sure, a catalyst body is leagues beyond a normal person's. Just then his phone rang. When he answered, it was the class president on the line. Your leave of absence from a few days ago is over. The teacher specifically asked me to call and get you to class. I called you last night. Don't tell me you forgot. He scratched his head, claiming he hadn't forgotten, but in reality, he had completely. With that, he headed to school. The teacher was lecturing on the role of economics for catalysts. Down in his seat, the main character was busy taking notes. A catalyst status is determined by their strength, and they're distinguished by titles. You must reach the peak of your current level before you can break through to a new title. It's said that those who reach that level are practically gods. To properly classify the strength of catalysts, the world has been divided into 5 tiers. Normal people start from E rank in what's called the outer layer. This represents the lowest tier of society. The 4th tier and above is the middle layer. It corresponds directly with one's power and status. You have to be at least D rank to even have a chance of joining. And right now, he was at the very bottom E rank. If I want access to better resources, I have to get to the middle layer. But just as he was lost in thought, a crumpled piece of paper hit him. He turned to see it was thrown by the 2 guys who always used to bully the body's original owner. Oof, what the hell are you looking at? Think you're hot stuff just cause you rank high on the theory tests? We're the same rank, but I bet I could take him out in one hit. Guess you find jerks like this everywhere you go. Soon after class ended, all the students headed to the athletic grounds for their assessments. But those 2 classmates from before cornered him. The other students saw what was happening, but didn't dare to speak up, afraid they'd be the next target. Zhou Chun, did you have fun staring me earlier? Haven't seen you in a few days. You gotten cocky, huh? What good is being a bookworm? You gonna try and bore your enemies to death with a textbook? For a catalyst, rank is what matters. Strength is everything. And when it comes to strength, you're just a piece of trash. But he was no longer the pathetic weakling who used to own this body. He shot back with a cold question. So by your logic, turns out they're just level 1 garbage. The 2 of them had never been so easily overpowered. He immediately swings a fist at him, but he catches the punch and twists his hand back. You're this weak? The bully's expression shifted from shock to fear. Why? Why can't I move my hand? And I don't remember him being this built. He then quietly applies more pressure, crushing his fist. You were just saying something about might makes right, weren't you? So, does that mean I get to knock your teeth out now? The bully felt a sharp pain shoot up his arm. He was about to drop to his knees and beg for mercy. Suddenly, a powerful aura washed over them from a distance. Who is that? This pressure, it's intense. Then, an authoritative voice boomed. You got some nerve. Who gave you permission to cause trouble during my class? You. You just got back and you're already starting fights, is that it? He quickly put on his most angelic face. Of course not, teacher. We were just having a friendly conversation. The bully, terrified, didn't dare say a word. He quickly let go of his hand. The teacher gave him one last, stern warning. If I catch you again, don't blame me for what happens. Then, he ordered everyone to line up. He had the students line up, one by one, to buy his supplements. And sure enough, taking the supplement really did seem to boost their physical strength. Some students could even crank out 50 pull-ups. Just as he was thinking how strange these fitness tests were, the class president suddenly ran over to him. Zhou Shun, you were suddenly absent for a few days. I was worried something might have happened to you. Zhou Shun told her he was fine. Feeling she might have been too forward, the class president quickly explained. I was just a little curious, that's all. But, speaking of which, you didn't buy the teacher's supplement? Zhou Shun awkwardly told her he didn't have the money. 6,000 for one bottle? Who in their right mind would buy that? Am I the only broke one in this class of rich kids? The class president was about to say something. If you don't buy it, the teacher will your owe. But before she could finish, the teacher called her over for a test. In the end, she managed 25 pull-ups. But since she'd bought his supplement, he marked her down for 35. It was then that Zhou Shun finally understood why anyone would buy that stuff. So that's it. The teacher is just running a racket. But with my current strength, I don't need to play his game. Soon, everyone was done with the test. In the end, only Zhou Chun was left. The teacher glanced over and noticed he hadn't bought a single potion. So, this kid thinks he's got the confidence to pass without my help, huh? This is the perfect chance to dock a few points and make sure he fails. I'll make an example out of him. But as Zhou Chen warmed up and looked at the pull-up bar, he noticed something was off. Still, he had a feeling the Yujia test wouldn't be this simple. But the moment his hands gripped the bar, he felt his body suddenly grow heavy. The harder he pulled, the heavier he became. It was probably the crystal in his wrist guards. But even so, Zhou Chen kept pulling himself up. He figured the added weight had to have a limit. This was a perfect chance to test his own limits. All the other students were frozen in their tracks. Wait, isn't that Zhou Chen? He's so damn strong. By now, Zhou Chen had already done nearly 100 pull-ups, and the added weight had already reached its maximum. A performance like that could even pass the level 2 test for the honors class. Right after Zhou Chen finished the test, everyone swarmed him. Zhou Chen, you're a beast. When did you hit level 2? What kind of enhancement potion did you use? The teacher stood to the side, completely stunned. How did this kid's physical fitness get so good all of a sudden? Did he use an enhancement potion? No, that's not it. Enhancement potions cost more than any normal person can afford. Besides, using one now would be a total waste. Don't tell me he reached level 2 over the break. If that's the case, how am I supposed to sell my potions? So you think you're hot stuff just because you're level 2? Let me teach you a thing or two about how the world really works. Meanwhile, the principal was in a heated discussion about organizing a tournament for the level 2 students. Apparently, the state was in urgent need of recruiting elite Yujia. Any school that could produce a level 3 Yujia would be eligible to participate. This was a major headache for the principal. The potions and equipment for the honors class already cost a fortune to maintain. The school's resources were stretched thin just to support the level 2 Yujia. And the exchange tournament was only 3 months away. If they funneled all their resources into one student, the others would fall behind. His gaze drifted off to the side. Senior Yuro, what should I do? Just then, the PE teacher burst through the door. He handed the principal the performance records for his class. These students performed exceptionally well. But as the principal looked over the results, he grew bitter. They're all just level 1, and he calls this good? Just then, the old teacher spoke up. There's one person I don't think is fit to be a Yujia. So, Chu Shan was invited by the principal for a chat. He'd heard the principal was a strict man. A summons from him could never be good news. Just as he was about to open the door, his hand suddenly burst into flames. The evil god behind him explained, "This is a special situation, born from a powerful desire. It seems something I need is nearby. Once manifested, a desire cannot be undone." Just then, the principal noticed him and called out, "What are you doing out there? Come in." Chushin walked in and greeted him. "Principal, you wanted to see me?" The principal's tone was heavy. "Chushin, your physical assessment report isn't bad. Approaching level 2. However, you've been skipping class, fighting with classmates, disrespecting the PE teacher. I can understand youthful recklessness, but that's not the issue here. Do you know what the most important thing for Yujia is? Money. That's why I think you should give up on being a Yujia." Chushin was confused. "You're saying I'm not fit to be a Yujia? You want me to drop out?" The principal explained, "Becoming a Yujia requires a huge amount of money. With your family's financial situation, it's simply impossible." In truth, he believed Chushin had the potential for the advanced class, but the school was struggling to survive. It was better to invest in students with more value. If they could produce just one level 3 student, there might be hope for them. After a long pause, the principal finally spoke. "We'll refund your tuition." How does that sound? Suddenly, the evil god's voice whispered in his ear. "I found my target. Hurry up and take it. Damn it. Can't you see I'm in a tough spot here? Why don't you just grab it yourself?" "If I could, I would have already," the evil god retorted. "The rules of our pact state I can only receive items that belong to you." Chushin's mind raced. "To pay off my debt, I have to get to the mid-levels. But besides the level requirement, I also need a graduation certificate. And this is the only advanced academy here. But I've also realized the strongest students here are only level 2. So, what if I became a level 3? With that thought, Chushin asked the evil god, "You said I could claim a reward, right? Well, I need one now." The evil god seemed to break into a cold sweat. "Yes, you can. Don't tell me you want to." "That's right," Chushin said, his voice firm. "For my reward, I want to borrow your power." Hearing this, the heretic god grew anxious. "Didn't I tell you? Your body can't handle it." But Zhou Shan was adamant. "I can't get expelled. Not here. If I do, I'll never be able to level up. Trust me." A moment later, a flame ignited before him. Contractor's reward. Power may be borrowed at any time. Meanwhile, the headmaster noticed Zhou Shan standing frozen in place. "What is it? Is there something else?" He made one last request. "I'd like you to test my level one more time before you make your final decision." The headmaster figured it was a pointless struggle, but agreed anyway. The two then shook hands. And he felt a surge of power Euro, level 2. It's only slightly stronger than a typical level 2. But just then, Zhou Shan continued to channel his power. "This is my only chance. In an instant, another wave of energy erupted. The headmaster's eyes flew wide in disbelief. Even the heralded god hadn't seen this coming. The power erupting from Zhou Shun was far greater than what he had been granted. The headmaster yanked his hand back, stumbling away from Zhou Shun. How? How could his level skyrocket like that? It's almost enough to be considered level 4. So there is hope after all. Student Zhou Shun, I'm asking you to represent our entire academy in the exchange tournament. Zhou Shun was stunned by his complete change in attitude. He soon learned that the academy's ranking had been at the bottom of the league for years. If they couldn't produce good results again, the Ministry of Education would cut off all of its funding. That's why the headmaster had planned to expel the average students and focus all the academy's resources on a single, promising individual. But now, Zhou Shun's near level 4 power had given him new hope. As a token of my apology, your tuition will be waived. You'll be transferred to the elite class, and your weekly supply of power potions will increase from 1 to 6 vials. Anything else you need, just ask. Student Zhou Shun, a student of your caliber would be welcomed at any academy, but I sincerely hope you'll consider representing our academy in the competition. The very fate of this school rests on your decision. Zhou Shun realized just how important this competition was to the headmaster. It explained why he was offering such generous terms. What if I wanted that black crystal on your desk? The headmaster said his predecessor brought it back from the middle floors. Even though it doesn't do much, it's considered this school's heirloom. But what's the point of an heirloom if there's no school? If you can really turn this school around, I wouldn't mind giving it to you. After hearing that, Zhou Shun patted his shoulder and told him not to worry. The principal was overjoyed, but also curious. Oh, right. I'm very curious about your level. Zhou Shun explained he was just practicing hiding his true strength. Think of it as special training. So, I hope you can keep a secret, principal. The principal was deeply moved. So his level is just a front, a way to fool his opponents while he hones his skills. To think his insight runs this deep. I'm happy to leave the future in your hands. Afterward, the principal called for another teacher. He asked her to take Zhou Shun to the elite class. The supplements would be provided as per Zhou Chen's request. The teacher then led Zhou Shun to the second floor. This entire floor is for the elite classes. You just need to come with me to register. By the way, what's your relationship with the principal? I've never seen him so happy. Zhou Shun said they were just chatting. Just then, the old PE teacher came running over. He put on a tearful, pitiful act. Student Zhou Shun, I tried my best to plead with the principal for you. Unfortunately, I couldn't change his mind. I hope you'll work hard after you drop out. Don't let reality break you. But the teacher beside him was stunned. What are you talking about, sir? Zhou Shun is transferring to the elite class tomorrow. The teacher was utterly shocked. Oh, that's right. The principal is looking for you. He looked really angry. Night fell quickly. As soon as Zhou Shun got home, he collapsed on his bed. 3 months to get from level 2 to level 4. How am I supposed to do that? Even a rich genius would need a ton of time and money to go up a single level. Boss, is there a way to level up in one go? Tough luck. If you want my help, you'll have to fulfill my wish first. Well, at least I didn't get expelled. And getting those supplements is a nice bonus. I'll figure out the leveling up part later. The important thing now is figuring out how to make some money. The next morning, dawn broke over the familiar school. With a grimace, Zhou Shun stared glumly at the scene before him. Standing before the cold, desolate room, he wondered, what is this? This place looks like an abandoned factory. A sudden, urgent voice called out, Hey, you're Zhou Shun, right? Zhou Shun instinctively turned his head. In the distance, a figure was waving frantically at him. It was Teacher Zhang. He called out cheerfully, Over here, over here. Teacher Zhang explained, I didn't see you during roll call, so I thought you might have gotten lost. I'm responsible for the entire class. So sometimes I can't keep an eye on everything at once. If I've overlooked anything, I hope you can understand. Then it hit him. Right, he's the head teacher for the elite class. You can just call me Teacher Zhang. His words stunned Zhou Shun. I figured a teacher for the elite class would be way stricter. He's surprisingly easy to talk to. You're too modest, Teacher Zhang, Zhou Shun replied quickly. But you said you're responsible for the whole class. Does that mean there aren't any other teachers in the elite class? Teacher Zhang scratched his head, embarrassed. That's right. We have 3 teachers for academics, but for all the training sessions, it's just me. The school's enrollment has been shrinking these past few years, and students strong enough for the elite class are even rarer. So the school hasn't hired any new teachers. Normally, our classes and training all take place in the innermost section here. The outer areas have been completely abandoned. They haven't been maintained in ages, which is why they look like this. Zhou Shun guessed internally. The school situation is really that bad? No wonder the principal is so anxious. Teacher Zhang carefully pushed open a door, reassuring him, but don't worry. Even a weakened lion is still a lion. I'm confident this place won't disappoint you. In an instant, a room filled with modern equipment was revealed. Teacher Zhang announced grandly, Welcome, Zhou Shun, to the elite class. He then explained, the class is in a free training session right now. I'll take you over to get you acquainted with everyone first. Zhou Chun glanced around, a little starstruck. So this is the elite class. The environment here is a world apart from the training grounds below. It's practically a high-end gym. The students all look incredibly motivated, too. But he subtly scanned the room from the corner of his eye. His intuition was screaming at him. Something about the atmosphere in here feels a little strange. A moment later, Teacher Zhang called out, "Everyone gather around. I'd like to introduce a new student. This is Zhou Chun. He may be joining us a little late, but the elite class has always been about one thing: strength. The fact that Zhou Chun was able to get into this class proves he has his own outstanding merits. I hope that in the days to come, you'll all get along and work hard together to achieve great results in the upcoming exchange competition." Zhou Chun bowed his head slightly. "I look forward to working with you all." From a distance, a provocative voice cut through the air. "Strength? I'm not so sure about that." The boy crossed his arms, smirking. "If you pulled strings to get in, just admit it. Don't go around talking about strength. Aren't you afraid of dragging down the reputation of the elite class?" "Ma Wenhao," Teacher Zhang snapped. "Watch your mouth." Zhou Chun's transfer into the elite class followed all proper procedures. "I expect you not to spread baseless rumors." Ma Wenhao, seizing the moment, grew bolder. "Rumor or not, we can find out with a single match. I'm issuing a formal challenge to Zhou Chun. Do you dare to accept?" At his words, a commotion erupted among the students. "A formal challenge? I haven't heard that in a long time." "I heard a formal challenge is completely different from a regular spar. Both sides have to bet their honor and go all out. They say the loser has to become the winner's gopher. No questions asked. Ma Wenhao is the strongest one here. Does he really need to bully the new guy like this?" Sitting off to the side, Shun Jiarui looked confused. "What's all the noise over there?" Su Xiaoxia answered wide-eyed. "It looks like the new transfer student is about to fight Ma Wenhao." "A transfer student?" he asked, startled. Meanwhile, Teacher Zhang was desperately trying to de-escalate. "A formal challenge isn't valid if the other party doesn't accept Euro," but Zhou Chun calmly replied, "I accept." His words left the teacher speechless. Zhou Chun continued, "As long as it's a friendly match and non-lethal, I'll accept your challenge. This is a good chance to see how I measure up against everyone else," he thought. "It'll be good preparation for the upcoming exchange competition." Soon after, a panicked voice echoed from the principal's office. "What?" Hui shot up from his chair. "You're telling me Zhou Chun is fighting with another student?" Teacher Zhang reported honestly over the phone. To be precise, Ma Wenhao issued a formal challenge, and Zhou Chun accepted. Right now, neither of them is backing down, and the other students are all gathered around, cheering them on. There's no calming them down anymore. And just as he said, the students were shouting at the top of their lungs. "Ma Wenhao, teach the new kid some manners." New guy knocked Ma Wenhao off his high horse. He paused for a moment. Isn't Zhou Chun supposed to be practicing concealing his rank? Could it be he wants to test the results of his training? And I can see just what level he's at. He then gave the order. "Prepare the dueling ground. I'm authorizing this challenge." Teacher Zhang, not understanding the situation, replied in confusion, "Ah, yes, sir." Soon after, he stepped forward to act as referee. Since this is student Zhou Chun's first time participating in this type of match, I'll briefly go over the rules. The rules for an official challenge are the same as those for a friendly exchange. The dueling ground is only for two people engaged in a friendly match. Outside students are not permitted to interfere. Anyone who violates this rule will be immediately expelled. Both opponents must be at the same level for the match to be valid. Challenging a higher rank is forbidden. Looking at the information display, Ma Wenhao frowned. He was listed as E2. Teacher Zhang repeated with concern, "This match is a friendly duel. You are absolutely forbidden from attacking any vital points on the body. No lethal strikes, and no holding grudges after the match." Ma Wenhao flashed a sinister smile, as if he wanted to devour Zhou Chun whole. Teacher Zhang warned in a loud voice, "Getting hit in the face or voluntarily surrendering constitutes a loss. Is that clear? Then, begin." The moment the word was out, the teacher signaled to start. Seizing the opportunity, Ma Wenhao lunged forward, striking with lightning speed to catch him off guard. He intended to grab Zhou Chun by the throat. A one-hit victory, but he blocked it with ease. Just as I thought, rushing in from the start. Ma Wenhao gritted his teeth in shock. He blocked it. How is he that fast? And so, he frantically unleashed a flurry of attacks, but every single one missed. Ma Wenhao cursed in frustration. Damn it, he's like a rat, just darting back and forth. Cornered, he decided to use his legs to restrain Zhou Chun. I have to find a chance to pin him down. A brilliant light suddenly flashed. Ma Wenhao's shin came flying with a gleam of triumph. "You like dodging, huh?" He decisively unleashed his combat skill, the hooking wind kick. Zhou Chun managed to block it with his arm. Ma Wenhao thought smugly, "My hooking wind kick can change its trajectory in an instant. Even if you block it, the force of the impact will slam you to the ground. Let's see you dodge when you're on the floor." Suddenly, his eyes shot wide. A flash of killing intent. Zhou Shun put all his strength into his hand, slamming it onto the floor. In a split second, Zhou Shun turned the tables with a devastating kick. Ma Wenhao cried out in disbelief. No way. He knows a combat skill too. He was pushed back by the force. Calm down. As long as he doesn't hit my face, it's not a loss. I still have a chance. But in that very moment, Zhou Shun's fist had already shot forward, stopping inches from Ma Wenhao's nose. He asked confidently, a hit to the face counts, right? So I guess that means I win. Ma Wenhao was frozen stiff with fear, rendered completely speechless. Teacher Zhang joyfully announced, Zhou Shun wins. Ma Wenhao's face turned pale as he stammered. I lost. The surrounding students cursed in disbelief. You kidding me? Ma Wenhao lost that easily. I couldn't even see what happened. This new guy is way too strong. The fight was faster than I expected, but I've got a feel for it now. He asked in a serious tone. So, I assume you have no more objections? Standing to the side, Teacher Zhang pursed his lips in amazement. Ma Wenhao has had professional training. I can't believe he was so completely crushed. Zhou Shun has never practiced any techniques, but his physique and situational awareness are both outstanding. He's truly a natural-born fighter. No wonder the principal told me to pay special attention to him. A sudden voice of praise rang out. Well done. The crowd turned in surprise. The principal, he waved Zhou Shun over. Come here for a moment. I have something to discuss with you. Seeing this, Shun Jiarui couldn't hide her curiosity. Hey, did you guys see that? This transfer student is the real deal. Su Xiaoxia nodded. She declared seriously, a guy that's strong. We have to make him one of our followers. This left her friend speechless. There you go again. Meanwhile, as they walked, Principal Hu asked warmly, Are you getting used to the honors class? Zhou Shun answered honestly. It's fine. It's just that my classmates are a little overenthusiastic. The principal laughed at his response. Well, powerful people are always popular. You get used to it. Just focus on your training from now on. If you need anything, just ask. The school will help however it can. Hearing this, Chu Shan hesitated. The principal seems to really trust me now. Maybe I can ask him about making some money. He spoke tentatively. Principal, do you think there's any way for a student to make money quickly? Hu stopped short. Make money. He gripped Chu Shan's shoulders firmly. At your age, you shouldn't be worrying about things like that. You should be dedicating all your energy to training. That's how you'll get the chance to earn a lot of money in the future. Is that so? If your family is having financial trouble, the school can give you an advance. Chu Shan quickly refused. It's okay, really. I was just curious. I guess I'll have to find another way, he thought, feeling helpless. Sometime later, in the elite classroom, a large number of weights were neatly arranged on the floor. Chu Shan was lost in thought. The school is extremely strict about students taking out loans. I have to be careful not to get caught. Is there any other way I can make some money? A sudden hey broke the silence. Chu Shan instinctively turned around. Shen Jiarui had actively approached him to start conversation. That was one hell of a match earlier. You even got the principal himself to come talk to you. Just who the hell are you anyway? Chu Shan asked suspiciously. And you are? Sensing the tension, Su Xiaoxia spoke up with a stern voice. Shen Jiarui, you're being incredibly rude. She tilted her head with a radiant smile. Sorry about him. He's been like this since he was a kid, but he doesn't mean any harm. My name is Su Xiaoxia, and this is Shen Jiarui. Su Xiaoxia introduced herself confidently. Based on our enrollment order, that makes me your senior. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to ask me. Okay? Chu Shan felt a little flustered and replied. Thanks. Shen Jiarui rubbed his chin smugly. Well, that settles it. From now on, we're a 3-person team. As the team leader, I'll take good care of you. Chu Shan forced a smile. What a weirdo. The boy asked bluntly. Chu Shan, you transferred up from a lower class, right? Where did you learn that combat skill you used? Chu Shan furrowed his brow. Combat skill? What's that? Shen Jiarui practically jumped. Whoa, you don't know what a combat skill is? Then what was that move you used to take down Ma Wenhao? Chu Shan replied calmly. It was just instinct. The boy cried out in disbelief. My God, that move was absolutely brutal. If Ma Wenhao found out, he'd probably die of rage. Ever since that guy learned a combat skill, he's been showing it off everywhere. Such a poser. In contrast to him, Su Xiaoxia spoke calmly. Let me explain. A combat skill is a powerful type of technique that a user can master through scrolls or memory stones. The power and effectiveness of the skill also change depending on a user's level of proficiency. There are many different types of combat skills. Powerful users even know how to combine them to fit their own unique fighting style. Shen Jiarui explained. The move Ma Wenhao used to knock you down during the fight was the D-rank combat skill, hooking wind kick. Chu Shan quickly understood. No wonder I couldn't block that kick. If I had a combat skill too, my chances of winning the exchange tournament would be much higher. With that thought, he asked, Are combat skills rare? Shen Jiarui answered thoughtfully. More or less. Combat skills are also ranked. The stronger they are, the rarer they are. The school teaches some of the simpler skills, but if you want a powerful one, you usually have to buy it or have a master share one with you. Right now, the market price for a normal D-rank combat skill is around 500,000. The number sent Chu Shun into a panic. 500,000. That's enough to cover my loan payments for several months. The boy clenched his fists excitedly. By the way, I have a combat skill too. I'll show you when we spar someday. Su Xiaoxia put her hands on her hips proudly. Me too. Chu Shun gave a strained smile. Something worth 500,000, and they just have one? I heard the tuition for the elite class is insanely high. Everyone here must be rich. An idea suddenly struck him. Wait, if their families are well off, maybe I can ask them about making money. Chu Shun lowered his voice, probing. If I wanted to buy a combat skill, but was short on cash, is there any way to make a lot of money in a short amount of time? No holds barred. Anything goes. Shen Jiarui's face went blank. No holds barred? You mean like rob a bank? Chu Shun immediately clarified. Besides robbing a bank. The boy's face darkened in an instant. No rules, and can make a lot of money fast. The only place like that would be the Heishui district in the land of miracles. Su Xiaoxia smacked Shen Jiarui hard on the head. Shen Jiarui, don't drag him into trouble. If a teacher heard you say that, they'd definitely drag you off for a serious lesson. At that moment, Chu Shun asked quietly, intrigued. Heishui district? The boy scratched his ear, embarrassed. I was just kidding. I mean, I heard anything can happen there, but the school forbids students from going anywhere near it. If you get caught, you're expelled on the spot. There's no room for negotiation. Just hear me out. Shen Jiarui asked curiously. That combat skill. How much more do you need? Zhou Chun hesitated. About 300,000 more. He and Su Xiaoxia were instantly stunned. 300,000? Are you serious? Shen Jiarui turned away, whispering, 300,000. I don't have enough. She shook her head, too. I'm tapped out. Zhou Chun thought to himself. The Blackwater district, huh? Guess I'll have to take a risk. I'll check it out after school. As the sky turned dark, he stood at the entrance to Blackwater district. Zhou Chun stared intently at his phone screen. He then looked up cautiously into the distance. The map says this is it, Blackwater district. It's not far from my place, just a few minutes by car. Zhou Chun shoved his hands in his pockets and walked forward slowly. I changed out of my school uniform. They probably won't recognize me so easily, right? What do you think it's like in there? Hearing no reply, Zhou Chun glanced back in confusion. He's not here. He frowned. Oh well. The outer area shouldn't have any high-level users. I should be fine on my own. My power lending level is 4 right now. If I run into trouble, I can still get away. But this place looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. Is there really some kind of miracle zone here? Zhou Chun stopped dead in his tracks. He noticed something. There are signs of people here. A doorway caught his attention. A secret tunnel. Interesting. Zhou Chun stepped inside. At that same moment, in the distance, 2 shadowy figures were watching in silence. Danger flashed in their eyes. Zhou Chun was completely frozen by the sight before him. He realized with awe this is the Black Miracle Zone. Looking around, Zhou Chun could easily see this was just a filthy back alley street. Every corner was filled with shady, illegal deals. He understood with a sense of weariness why no one ever mentioned this place. It's a completely lawless zone. As long as there's a profit to be made, they'll do anything. Maybe I really can find a way to get the money before the deadline. Zhou Chun closed his eyes, exhausted. Before that, though, Zhou Chun whipped his head around. How long are you 2 planning on following me? A foot stepped out from the shadows. Sharp senses you got there, kid. The arrogant troublemaker threatened him. I was going to find a chance to knock you out and drag you off. But since you found us, I guess we'll just have to rough you up a bit first. Zhou Chun asked, genuinely confused. Knock me out? What? The man licked his lips sinisterly. Still playing dumb? You think I don't know? I've seen your type before. Some rich kid in disguise. Here for a cheap thrill. Kidnapping you will definitely fetch a hefty ransom. Zhou Chun was speechless. What kind of genius logic is that? The troublemaker closed in on him. He kept prodding and pushing. Scared stiff, are you? Good. The name's Yu Jia. You can't escape my grasp. Cooperate nicely while I demand the ransom. And I might just let you live. You're so damn rude, Zhou Chun muttered, annoyed. What did you say? The man shouted, shocked. With a single slap, Zhou Chun sent him face first into the dirt. His lackeys were stunned. You? What the hero? The boss got. The 2 cronies, unnerved, quickly drew their knives. You bastard. You sucker punched our boss. We'll teach you a lesson. Without a moment's hesitation, they charged forward, brandishing their weapons. 2 wooden crates suddenly flew out of nowhere. The 2 goons couldn't dodge in time and got their faces smashed in. A shadowy figure suddenly appeared in front of Zhou Chun. The person reached out and grabbed his hand. She shot him a look. Follow me. Without another word, she grabbed his arm and took off running. They finally stopped in a dark alley. She let out a sigh of relief. We should be safe here. Chu Shun, still a bit dazed, spoke up. Thanks for the save. Damn it, he thought. I was just about to ask those guys some questions. The mysterious girl looked him over. You're Chu Shun, right? What are you doing here? The moment the words left her mouth, she regretted it, slapping a hand to her face. Crap, I totally forgot I'm supposed to be hiding my identity. Meanwhile, Chu Shun's suspicion grew. Yeah, do I know you? She froze. He doesn't remember me. The mysterious girl quickly backpedaled. Huh, no, I saw your name. She pointed subtly. On your collar. Chu Shun's face went pale. I can't believe my name was right there. Good thing she didn't actually recognize me. He quickly ripped the tag off his collar. Thanks for pointing that out. That was close, she thought, startled. I almost forgot I'm not supposed to blow my cover. Phew, I think I covered my tracks. She offered a piece of advice. You shouldn't be so careless with your personal information in the Blackwater district. It's dangerous. I can lead you out of here. He immediately waved her off. No, thanks. I've got some urgent business to take care of. See ya. And with that, he turned to leave. Chu Shun thought nervously. If she finds out I'm a student, I'm screwed. Better get out of here fast. Watching him walk away, her thoughts were a mess. It's been years, but that's definitely Chu Shun. I'm not wrong. Does he really not remember me? Or is he just pretending? But isn't he a student? What could he possibly be doing in a place like this? And based on that brief touch earlier, he's become an adept too. The vendor offered a mask for 10 yuan. Chu Shun quickly paid and put it on. This should keep me safe. Still, I've been wandering around for a while now, and I still have no leads on how to make some cash. Suddenly, a figure appeared behind him. Hey kid, you don't look like you're from around here, do you? Chu Shun eyed him warily. Who are you? The man introduced himself with a grin. Think of me as the local guide. I know this place inside and out. If you need to know anything, I'm your guy. His interest piqued. Oh really? Then tell me, where can a guy make some fast money around here? The man laughed heartily. Of course. Just follow me. Jackpot, he thought. Another finder's fee. A short while later, they arrived in a dim, underground cellar. A powerful punch landed with a brutal thud. The poor bastard went down in a single hit. The crowd in the stands roared. Finish him. Watching the scene unfold, Chu Shun had a question. Is this an underground fighting ring? The guide nodded. You got it. If you want fast cash, you came to the right place. The man continued, his voice full of hype. Tonight's a special fight night. The winner doesn't just get the prize money euro, they get a cut of the entire betting pool. A lot of adepts are coming here specifically to compete. Not only are the fights intense, but the bettors here play for keeps. Now's the perfect time to get in on the action. He silently sized up the fighter. That guy on stage looks intimidating, but he's really just a level one. This could be my chance. All the while, the prize pool total kept climbing. The guide leaned in. So what do you say? If you want in, I can take you get some chips right now. Chu Shun's reply was instant. Forget the chips. I'm more interested in taking the prize money myself. His words left the man speechless. Meanwhile, the mysterious girl had finally tracked Chu Shun down. This is weird. I'm sure I saw him coming here. In the stands, the crowd was in an uproar. How is that kid so strong? Ah, crap. There goes my money. Then, to her astonishment, she recognized a familiar figure in the ring. She could only watch in confusion. What is he doing here? In the ring, Chu Shun's opponent taunted him. Don't get cocky just because you won a couple of matches. I'm the top contender in this tournament. You better remember the name. Eel Lefford. He was supposed to be the champion. But without a second thought, he laid the guy out flat. The stunned referee cried out. Another one-punch KO? This is getting a little anticlimactic. Zhou Chen frowned. The quicker, the better. He yelled, next. Before long, the next challenger stepped up, starting his usual intro. I am a hero. But he never even got a finish. The referee was already calling his loss. Next, one fighter, overcome with fear, stammered. Wait, I forfeit. And his fate wasn't much better. In the observation room, the boss's face paled as he shot to his feet. Wait a minute. I only let him in because he looked like a weakling. How the hell did it come to this? His subordinate rushed in, panicking. Boss, all the fighters we were to sign have run off. The audience thinks we're fixing the matches and they're demanding refunds. If this keeps up, the arena will hero. The boss snapped, I know. No matter what, we can't let that brat walk away with the prize money, the boss ordered. Set up one more match. Let that thing out to fight him. Back in the ring. Zhou Chen continued his onslaught. He took down another opponent in the blink of an eye. Last one. Zhou Chen yelled. According to our deal, the prize money's mine, right? The referee ignored him. This fighter is truly unstoppable. But I'm sure you all haven't had your fill of the action yet, right? And so, to give the people what they want, we've decided to hold one more, truly dramatic match. Zhou Chen realized what was happening. Looks like these guys never planned on handing over the prize money quietly. Ignoring him completely, the referee announced, let's give a warm welcome to our mystery contestant. Our ace in the hole. The moment their eyes met, Zhou Chen's expression changed. A large cage was quickly wheeled out. A grotesque, humanoid creature appeared, its body a misshapen horror. A hideous monster was carefully wheeled out. It was thrown unceremoniously, face-planting into the arena floor. The steel cage door slammed shut. Zhou Chen frowned. What's going on? Jets of gas suddenly shot out from the monster's neck. A power core inside it flashed to life. The monster immediately shot to its feet. It faced Zhou Chun head-on, its face a grotesque mask. In the stands, a delicate young woman cried out, "That thing is terrifying." A man beside her puffed out his chest. "What's there to be scared of? I'm here to protect you. I could kill that thing with one punch." But inside, he was shaking. Holy crap. Good thing we're sitting in the back. Any closer and I would have pissed my pants. The mysterious girl's face went pale with fear. Why would something like that be here? This isn't something Zhou Chun can handle at his level. With my power, getting him out of here wouldn't be a problem, but doing so would blow my cover. They would definitely discover my plan. At this thought, she gritted her teeth in frustration. Zhou Chun. Meanwhile, Zhou Chun cursed under his breath. Damn it. Of all the times for the boss to be gone. Unlike the others, this thing is definitely not human. Being stared down by it feels like I'm prey locked in a hunter's sights. Just facing it makes my hair stand on end. My instincts are screaming that this thing is dangerous. One of the monster's fingers suddenly twitched. In an instant, it shot past him. Zhou Chun narrowly dodged, breaking out in a cold sweat. So fast. If I hadn't dodged instinctively, that attack would have killed me. This thing is really trying to kill me. I absolutely can't hold back. A moment later, Zhou Chun had restrained both of the monster's arms. He planted his feet firmly on the ground, bracing himself for what came next. Zhou Chun's brow furrowed with tension. So much power. This thing is too dangerous. I have to end this, and fast. He had no choice. He decided to borrow its power, boosting his strength from level 2 to level 4. Zhou Chun quickly channeled the power into his fists. Without a moment's hesitation, he unleashed a fatal blow, slamming it straight into the monster. Seeing it lying motionless on the ground, Zhou Chun wondered, is it over? Did I get it? Just then, the monster suddenly sprang back to its feet. Zhou Chun leaped back just in time. No way. My strongest attack didn't even phase it? This thing's hide is too damn tough. And with those sharp claws, fighting it up close is a bad idea. I need a weapon. He instinctively weaved through the rubble, looking for an escape. But the monster's assault was relentless. Zhou Chun seized an opening and snapped one of its fingers. There. He quickly snatched a long, sharp piece of rebar. Zhou Chun swung decisively at the monster's neck. The monster let out several gruesome shrieks of pain. Too shallow, he thought, but at least I can hurt it. Its raw strength is no match for mine with this power boost. If I could just get in close one more time, I can take it down. Suddenly, a white mist blanketed everything. Zhou Chun was startled. Poisonous bones? No, it's just ordinary fog. He froze for a moment, disoriented. An attack grazed him, tearing a corner of his shirt. He instinctively spun around, but the monster was too fast, ambushing him from behind. Unable to attack, Zhou Chun shifted to a defensive stance. I can't see a thing. It's using the fog to wear me down. It's afraid I'll find an opening, so it won't risk an all-out attack. Even if I can withstand its attacks, once the time for this borrowed power runs out, I'm finished. I can't let it drag on that long. I have to finish this now. No matter what, I have to pinpoint its location. Calm down. Don't be afraid. Use all of your senses. Concentrate. A murderous glint flashed in his eyes. Focus. A blurry silhouette began to take shape in his vision. It was moving at a dizzying speed. Zhou Chun's brow tightened in anger. I see you. An attack shot towards him in an instant. He managed to grab the monster's arm. With a single twist, he ripped the arm clean off in midair. The monster let out a blood-curdling scream. Zhou Chun immediately charged forward with his weapon. Now's my chance. His heart suddenly seized. A sharp pain, like 1,000 volts of electricity, shot through Zhou Chun. My chest, is this the limit? In that critical moment, the monster snatched his weapon. No, Zhou Chun thought, resolute. In a flash, it shot out its slimy green tongue. He couldn't dodge in time and was struck hard. Zhou Chun roared. It's not over yet. More power. With all his strength, Zhou Chun clamped down on the monster's tongue. Without hesitation, he swung it in a wide arc. Then, in the next moment, Zhou Chun grabbed hold of the monster's jaws. Zhou Chun gritted his teeth. It's still not over. His eyes were filled with nothing but pure, killing intent. The monster's throat was torn open. Zhou Chun roared with savage fury. Go to hell. The boss asked anxiously. What's the situation? His subordinate replied, flustered. I can't see anything at all. Boss. The fog is clearing, the scout announced. The boss was stunned. What? What happened? Is that kid dead yet? In the next second, the color drained from his face. Outside, the mysterious girl stared in disbelief. No way. The crowd erupted. He won. Glad I bet on the kid. Impossible. How does he keep winning? Watching his retreating figure, she murmured in awe. He actually did it. The beast's carcass was tossed aside. Zhou Chun's eyes narrowed, flashing with deadly intent. His underlings immediately started trembling in fear. The boss collapsed into his chair, sputtering. How could this happen? Biting his lip in frustration, he seethed. That brat actually won? I paid a fortune for that thing. Damn him. An announcement rang out. Let's congratulate our new champion. Will the contestant please follow the staff to collect your prize money? Zhou Shan glanced over silently. So it's finally over? A moment later, backstage at the arena, a suitcase overflowing with cash was opened. Here's your prize money, the subordinate announced. A total of 510,000 G. Zhou Shan reached for it. Perfect. A hand suddenly shot out, slamming the suitcase shut. The boss's face darkened as he stopped him. Hold on. He made a shameless offer. I've had a change of heart. Become one of our contracted fighters. Fight when I tell you to, and you can have all 510,000 G. Or, you can take 110,000 and get out of here right now. Zhou Shan scowled. What's this supposed to mean? The boss snapped. All my other contracted fighters ran off. And you killed my main event. I paid a fortune for him. You violated the agreement. You have to compensate me for my losses. Zhou Shan calmly countered. You never mentioned an extra match. If I recall, this is what you told me before I went out there. No names asked. Stepping into the ring is the same as signing your own death warrant. Whether you kill or are killed, no one is held responsible. It's entirely up to the fighter whether or not to kill their opponent. Isn't that right? His words left the boss speechless. A chilling aura emanated from Zhou Shan as he stated firmly. So, 510,000 G. I want every last penny. Backed into a corner, the boss leaped to his feet, pulling a gun. Who the hell do you think you are, making demands of me? You really think you're walking out of here alive? Zhou Shan effortlessly crushed the gun. I'm leaving. You think you can stop me? The boss snarled, giving the order. Kill him, the boss shrieked. Kill him. As he spoke, a group of men in black suits all aimed their guns at Zhou Shan. Zhou Shan frowned and let out a sigh. A moment later, a volley of gunshots erupted. The mysterious girl's eyes widened. Gunfire, for where Zhou Shan went. Suddenly, a large figure was sent flying out from the second floor. The crowd panicked. What's going on? Are they filming a movie? Holy crap. He fell from way up there. The mysterious girl gasped, don't tell me. Backstage, the boss's men were getting torn apart. They fought back desperately, but he cut them down with ease. A hail of bullets flew through the air. Zhou Shan grabbed the gunman by the head. He charged forward, slamming the man through the wall and out of the building. The wall crumbled to pieces. He's downstairs, an underling shouted. Quick, after him. Send men to block the alley and all the exits. Zhou Shan fled. Damn, my heart. I overdid it. Worse, my injuries are getting more severe. If this keeps up, my body's going to... At that critical moment, a hand suddenly shot out and grabbed him by the collar. It was the mysterious girl. She gently covered his mouth. Outside, the thugs called out to each other. Hey, nothing over here. Check this way. He must have taken a back door. You guys search over there. After a moment, she slowly removed her hand. It's safe now. Zhou Shan looked at her, confused. Just now you? She nodded in acknowledgement, then urged, save your strength. I know a secret path that can help you escape safely. The mysterious girl led him to a dark passage. Just go straight through here, and you'll be out. They haven't surrounded the whole area yet, so hurry and leave. Zhou Shan seemed a bit conflicted. He tugged at his mask. The mysterious girl pressed. Go quickly. Having no other choice, he turned, not forgetting to murmur, thank you. The mysterious girl silently watched his hurried figure disappear. She made a phone call. Hello, it's me. The other person questioned irritably. Lin In, why are you in the Hakshui district? She cut in coldly. Sister Shi, let's not talk about that for now. I have something to tell Grandpa. I've discovered some unusual things here. The door slammed shut with a bang. Zhou Shan collapsed to the floor in agony. His face turned ashen, his whole body trembling violently. My heart, it hurts too much. I can't take it anymore. Zhou Shan gritted his teeth in fury. Damn it. The pain was too overwhelming. He lost consciousness. An information panel displayed. Zhou Shan. Ability star alignment. E-rank 2. Ability, borrowed power. Remaining wishes, 999. Remaining rewards, none. This half term, minus 510,000. Total remaining debt, 100,318,912 minus 510,000 equals 99,808,912. In his dream, a familiar scene unfolded. Zhou Shan's mother said, her voice choked with emotion, I told you before that my illness might get better in 2 or 3 years. I'm sorry. I lied to you. The truth is, my illness wasn't going to get better in 2 or 3 years. I only had a maximum of 2 or 3 years left. I really want to see you just one more time. To see you get married and have children. To watch you grow old, and then gently caress your face. I'm sorry. I don't have the strength to stay with you anymore. I love you. Zhou Shan knelt bitterly by the hospital bed, his silent sobs tearing him apart. Even in her final moments, she was still thinking of him when she said, I love you very much. Zhou Shan jolted awake from the dream, his eyes still brimming with tears. Zhou Shan's face was pale, and he was gasping for breath. He unconsciously looked out the window. Chu Shun sat up in shock. Is this Chu Shun's house? He exclaimed in disbelief. I'm still alive? Chu Shun sighed sadly. It was thanks to that dream that I managed to wake up. It's clearly been so long already. Xie Shun's voice rang out. Awake now? Chu Shun immediately jumped. He asked loudly, perplexed. Where have you been these past few days, boss? It continued. I had plenty of other things to do elsewhere. And you? I just got back and found you passed out here. You've been in a terrible state for 2 whole days. I even thought you couldn't handle it. Aren't you going to explain yourself? A moment later, Chu Shun recounted everything. Xie Shun understood. So you mean, while I was gone, you secretly went to a place where you could fight? And by using too much power to defeat the monster, it almost backfired on you, didn't it? It snorted in angry disapproval. Idiot. I've told you before. Don't just casually use my power. And you even used my power casually while I was gone. What if you died? Chu Shun stammered, trying to explain. It wasn't casual use. It was all out of necessity. You don't have to be so angry, boss. Xie Shun continued to reproach him. Do you think that even if you die, I could just save you again? What are you thinking? Resurrecting you before already cost me most of my power. If you die again, I won't be able to save you. Having already experienced life and death, you should cherish this opportunity even more. At these words, he paused for a moment. Chu Shun's gaze softened. I didn't expect the boss to say something like that. But he's right. This opportunity was so hard to get. I really need to cherish it more. Xie Shun was satisfied. Good that you know. As you said, the creature was both human-like and not human-like. Sharp claws, and it could even spit smoke. Doesn't sound like anything that should exist in this world. He leans back, exhausted. Who knows? In any case, I'm never going back to a hellhole like that again. Zhu Chun lets out a breath. And then there was that girl I met in District H. Whatever. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'll just focus on leveling up for now. Leveling up, he suddenly realizes, right? The money. A suitcase overflowing with cash is opened. Zhu Chun emotionally hugs it close. This is great. Thank God the money's still here. The evil god sneers, how pathetic. Is this really why you went to the arena? He retorts, you wouldn't get it, boss. With this 510,000, I won't have to worry about my debt until at least the end of the exchange tournament. That way, I can focus completely on leveling up. Zhu Chun stands up gingerly. Before I head back to school, I need to take care of this wound on my stomach. The smaller cuts have already healed on their own, but this one... He clutches his head in frustration. I have to go to the hospital, then train at school, and before all that, I need to deposit this money at the bank. Damn, I'm suddenly swamped. The evil god is rendered speechless by the sight. A short while later, he arrives at Tianlong Hospital. There, a doctor carefully examines him. It's nothing serious. Even though it was a piercing wound, it's healing quite well. Just make sure to keep it clean and don't injure it again. He asks with concern, a recovery rate like this isn't something a normal person could manage. Are you a user? Zhu Chun admits honestly, yes, I am. The doctor seizes the opportunity. Users get injured easily, don't they? As it happens, the hospital is running a promotion right now. Sign up for a membership card, and you can enjoy many future benefits. Zhu Chun flatly refuses. No, thank you. Just prescribe me the regular medicine. He gives a strained smile. All right then. I'll prescribe you a bottle of special anti-inflammatory medicine. Just remember to take it on schedule when you get home. Zhu Chun lowers his head, relieved. That's good. Lucky for me, that monster's tongue wasn't poisonous. But just as I relax, my eyes starts to itch a little. What's going on? The doctor holds out a bottle of medicine. Here you go. You can pay on your way out. The bottle emits a strange light. Zhu Chun is suspicious. There's a light. He asks, Doctor, excuse me, but what's this light coming from the bottle? He replies, Light? I don't see any light. This is just a standard anti-inflammatory medicine specially formulated for users. Zhu Chun's face goes blank. But I can see it so clearly. It doesn't feel like my eyes are playing tricks on me. Am I the only one who can see it? The doctor continues his sales pitch. Could it be that you're hallucinating from all the pressure? It's normal for users to be under a lot of stress. Coincidentally, I offer a psychological counseling class for users right here. If you sign up for a card now, you can even get a discount. On the shelf, all the different medicines are glowing. Outside, even the people passing by are radiating a special aura. Zhu Chun is filled with doubt. I can see these lights everywhere, even on people. Is this because I'm a user? He stares intently at the palm of his hand. The difference between a normal person and a user is enhancement by star power. Could this be the light radiating from that star power? Zhu Chun has a sudden realization. He understands. Could it be because of what happened back then? He lets out a surprised laugh. If this is real, then this is a game changer. The key to a user's advancement lies in their absorption of star power. If I can actually perceive star power, then absorbing it will be so much easier. Zhu Chun suddenly freezes. His attention is caught by someone. A tall figure with an immense aura of power silently glides past. Zhu Chun glances over, startled. This person's star power, it's on a whole other level. The other person seems to notice. He turns back, wondering, felt like I was being watched just now, but there shouldn't be any powerful experts here. His phone rings. The person on the other end reminds him, "How's it going? Have you reached the hospital yet? Don't forget our mission is to find the anomaly star. And don't get sidetracked." He answers casually, "Relax. It's not often I get to travel for work. I don't want to waste it. I plan on staying in this country for a while. Might as well find our little princess and catch up a bit." The voice on the other end continues, "Good. According to the boss's prophecy, the anomaly star is a critical turning point that will change history. Until we can confirm whether it's friend or foe, it's best to assess the situation and take appropriate action." He smugly took off his glasses. "Honestly, boss, you're worrying too much. If that alien truly is an enemy, I'll destroy it with my own hands." The mysterious man's true name is Amir. He's an A-rank inducer. The next morning, warm light shone down on Elite High School. In the office, Huey lowered his head, his voice stern. "You've only been in the elite class for a few days. You don't answer calls, don't reply to messages. And you haven't even been to class. Care to explain yourself?" Zhou Shun was flustered. "Seriously, I just got caught?" The principal sure is quick to hear things. He quickly replied, "I'm sorry, sir. My family had an urgent matter, and I didn't have time to inform the school. I'm very sorry. I'm willing to accept any punishment." He cut him off. "That's not what I meant. I wanted to ask if you encountered any unexpected problems." Zhou Shun quickly denied it. "Oh no, sir, nothing like that. Are you worried I'd regret the exchange competition?" Huey flatly denied it. "No, I trust you when it comes to the exchange competition. I'm more worried if you're hiding some difficulty, afraid to speak up. You are an excellent inducer. Even if you hadn't agreed to the competition before, the school would still do everything in its power to help you. The purpose of this academy is to cultivate excellent inducers. That will never change. I hope you understand that." Zhou Shun nodded slightly. "Rest assured, principal, I'm perfectly fine. I'll definitely give my all in the exchange competition to bring glory to the school." Huey said with satisfaction, "If everything's all right, go back to class. Your friends were so worried about you. They even came to the office to ask about you. It really puzzled me." A short while later, a loud shout echoed through the elite class. Zhou Shun, Shen Jiruei, surprised, slung an arm over his shoulder. "You're finally back. We haven't heard from you in days. Where on earth did you go?" Su Xiaoxia said loudly, worried. "Even the teachers didn't know your situation. You scare me to death." Zhou Shun replied awkwardly, "Sorry, my family had some urgent matters." Shen Jiruei suddenly remembered something. He eagerly turned around. "Oh, that's right. About that combat skill you mentioned." Shen Jiruei pulled out a bank card from his pocket and handed it to Zhou Shun. "Xiaoxia and I pooled together 300,000. Just take it and use it. You can pay us back slowly when you have extra." Zhou Shun's face fell. "I can't believe they paid so much attention to that casual remark I made earlier." He smiled and waved his hand. "Later, I realized that combat skill wasn't worth that much money, so I'm not planning to buy it anymore. But still, thank you both." Shen Jiruei encouraged him. "That's a shame then. Don't worry, you'll find something better." From a distance, a voice suddenly called out, "Zhou Shun." Ma Wenhao appeared, his face flushed, holding a bank card. "I heard them say you seem to be short on money. I saved up 50,000 yuan. I hope you don't think it's too little. About losing to you in the competition before, if there's anything you need me to do, just say the word." Zhou Shun refused. "No, there's no need for you to slave away from me." In contrast, Su Xiaoxia questioned him sharply. "Ma Wenhao, what are you doing making a scene here about our team's business? Don't tell me you're plotting something." He quickly denied it. "No, it's not like that." Ma Wenhao awkwardly scratched his neck. I just wanted to say something to Zhou Shun. Before, I thought you only got into the elite class through connections, just to pad your resume. But then, Teacher Zhang told me about your situation. I'm completely convinced. You're the one who made me realize the gap between us, so I want to be friends with you." Su Xiaoxia leaned close and whispered in his ear, "What he said isn't wrong. You really are the first person to defeat him. Do you want to let him join?" Zhou Shun forced a smile. I have no opinion either way." She spoke up. "All right, if you agree to be the fourth member, we're not against it." Ma Wenhao replied with satisfaction. "Rankings or whatever, I don't care about that." Shen Jiruei grinned. "To celebrate our team getting a new member, little Ma, go pour me a glass of water." He immediately refused. "If anyone's pouring water, it should be for Zhou Shun. You're the one who lost to me before." This startled Shen Jiruei. "What? You just joined the team and you're already rebelling?" Watching them, Zhou Shun smiled, feeling at peace. "They're all such good friends. Good thing I'm still alive. Otherwise, I would never have met them." A short while later, the treadmill continuously beeped. Zhou Shun panted, thinking to himself, an inducer's way of leveling up is very simple. Just let the body absorb spirit energy. The more spirit energy absorbed, the higher the rank. It's just like an EXP bar in a game. High-intensity exercise can increase the body's absorption rate. That's why most inducer students spend their gym classes doing this. But the issue of absorption rate is even harder than imagined. He looked down at his arm with concern. I've tried using equipment that's supposed to enhance my training, but my body's absorption rate is still too low. If the essence energy isn't absorbed in time, it just slowly dissipates. Such a waste. No wonder some people stay at level 1 their entire lives. At this rate, there's no way I'll reach level 4 before the competition. I have to find a way to increase my body's absorption rate. Shen Jiarui suddenly ran over, calling out, "Training alone is getting boring. Zhou Shun, let's spar. We could use a change of pace." Zhou Shun was curious. Spar. A sudden realization hit him. That's right. Back then, it was because I was forced to fight that monster that I accidentally pushed myself to awaken the ability to observe essence energy. Could it be? Without hesitation, Zhou Shun called out, "You want to spar? I have an idea, and I'm going to need everyone's help." Soon after, the four of them arrived at the sparring room. Under the dim lights, Su Xiaoxia unleashed her attack. Serpent Lunge. At the same time, Shen Jiarui executed his move. Tremor Fist. Zhou Shun easily dodged. He praised them. "Your coordination is getting better and better. Almost done for today." Once they were exhausted, he spoke cheerfully. "We've been at it for almost an hour. Let's take a break. You guys worked hard." On the other side, they were drenched in sweat. "I'm dead." Su Xiaoxia grimaced. "When you said you wanted to take on 2 of us at once, I thought you were joking. I can't believe you were serious. We couldn't even touch you at first." Shen Jiarui cut in. "But this method is awesome. We didn't have to worry about winning or losing, so we could just go all out. I even pulled off a few moves I never dared to try before." Zhou Shun turned to Ma Wenhao. "Wenhao, you're up next." He cracked his knuckles excitedly. "I can hardly wait." Standing off to the side, Zhou Shun finally understood. Looks like I was right. In an all-out battle like this, everyone's absorption rate skyrockets. They already have a solid foundation. So as long as their absorption rate increases, they should be able to level up quickly. Now that my absorption rate is higher, maybe I can try that method. To make them safe for ordinary people, standard essence supplements are usually heavily diluted. For someone with a normal constitution and a low absorption rate, you could drink 1,000 vials and still not gain a single level. However, from what I've observed, the essence energy I can get through Borrow Power is 100 times more concentrated than what's in those supplements. And my current strength, directly absorbing that much energy would definitely make my body explode. But if I can control the flow of borrowed energy and keep it at a level I can actually handle. Zhou Shun frowned. I could turn that borrowed essence into permanent energy. A way to level up fast. It's worth a shot. He immediately activated the skill. Borrow Power. A massive sphere of power quickly materialized. Zhou Shun's lips tightened with tension. I never realized until I saw it. The amount of essence energy I can borrow is insane. Makes sense, I guess. After all, it's enough to let me jump 2 whole levels. Slowly, control the flow of energy, and bring it down to the absolute minimum. It worked. Zhou Shun's eyes snapped open, a glint of determination in them. Absorb. An immense power instantly erupted from his core. Zhou Shun gritted his teeth in shock. I can't believe this tiny sliver is this powerful. It filled my entire body in an instant. He swore through the pain. Damn it. I tried my best to control the flow, but I still absorbed too much. If this keeps up, my body's going to explode. I have no choice but to release it. Zhou Shun focused the energy and aimed his arm straight at the ceiling. The massive power surged throughout the room, terrifying the others. They cried out in shock. An earthquake? No, it's Zhou Shun. Why did his essence energy suddenly get so powerful? At that moment, the heretic god appeared. What's going on? I sense a strange surge of energy. It realized with horror. You're absorbing my essence energy? Zhou Shun admitted it. I tried to control the amount of essence energy you lent me down to a level I could handle. Luckily, it actually worked. The heretic god asked, full of doubt, "You absorbed my essence and didn't die. Could it be that you really are my fated connection?" Essence supplement, crafted from materials containing essence energy, such as essence orbs and essence crystals, has various miraculous effects, including replenishing essence energy, strengthening the body, and healing wounds. Zhou Shun asked, surprised, "What did you just say, boss?" The heretic god shook its head. "Nothing. It's good that you're still alive." From a distance, Teacher Zhang came running, out of breath. "What was that? What happened? Is everyone okay?" Su Xiaoxia yelled. "We're fine." It was Zhou Shun. Shen Jiarui crossed his arms, confused. We had just finished training, and then Zhou Shun suddenly became like this. Zhou Shun quickly waved his hands, as if to deny it. Teacher Zhang muttered to himself, such a powerful overflow of essence energy. Could that noise just now have been? He immediately ordered, "Wenhao, bring the scanner over here." The scanner quickly displayed the information. Teacher Zhang was stunned. "Level 3, he exclaimed in shock. "Am I seeing things?" Teacher Zhang took off without a second thought. "This is the first student to reach level 3 in years. I have to tell the principal right away." Meanwhile, an excited Su Xiaoxia asked, How in the world did you level up? Quick, teach me. Zhou Shun gave a wry smile. It was just from sparring like we were doing. You guys will level up soon, too. He inwardly regretted it. I can't believe I caused such a commotion. Next time, I should probably try this at home. Shen Jiarui's face lit up in realization. No wonder I felt so energized after we sparred just now. Her eyes sparkled as she asked, so if we just spar a lot, we can level up just like you? Ma Wenhao urged them on impatiently. No more breaks. Let's get back to training. It's my turn. He was getting flustered. Let me be on defense. No, wait. Let me go first. Zhou Shun stretched wearily. Speaking of which, how come the boss isn't yelling at me this time? The voice in his head sounded evasive. I'm used to it. If it's for the sake of leveling up quickly, I won't say anything. Besides, I need you to get stronger anyway. Zhou Shun, though tired, was reassuring. Don't worry. I still have a ton of stored energy I haven't even used yet. Next, once my body slowly absorbs it all, I can even level up again to level 4. To this, the voice said nothing. It just fell silent. Today, July 12th, 2026. 55 days remaining until the friendly match. Zhou Shun trained relentlessly. Soon, it was July 17th, 2026. Then July 25th, 2026. July 29th, 2026. August 3rd, 2026. August 15th, 2026. September 1st, 2026. The day finally arrived. September 6th, 2026. Time remaining until the friendly match. 0 days. That morning, at the venue for the friendly match, someone exclaimed with delight, "It's so crowded." Su Xiaoxia ran over, beaming. I can't believe I'm actually standing on this stage. If my mom knew, she'd definitely cry from happiness. Shun Jirue added cheerfully. I heard way more students are competing this time around compared to previous years. Ma Wenhao asked Zhou Shun with concern. Are you ready for the level 4 tournament? The intensity of level 4 is a whole different world from level 3. It's a shame. If we'd had a little more time, maybe we could have fought together. Zhou Shun replied confidently. Don't worry. Didn't the principal say just participating is enough? We can worry about winning later. If it gets dangerous, I'll just forfeit. Ma Wenhao began to say his goodbyes. The resting areas for level 3 and level 4 are separate. We have to part ways here. Shen Jirue peeked out. If we finish early, we'll come cheer for you. Su Xiaoxia added with enthusiasm. Do your best. Zhou Shun smiled. I'll be rooting for you all too. He waved reassuringly. It's finally time. Zhou Shun lowered his voice. All right then, I should get ready too. At the same time, the scene changes to the VIP stands. Hui kept looking around. This is my first time in the VIP section. Teacher Zhang was a bit emotional. Well, our school has only ever competed in the level 2 tournament before. We've never had this kind of treatment. From a distance, a man with parted hair appeared, grinning. Old Hui recognized him, his spirits lifting. Old Wang. The man was the principal of Yunxiang, Wang Mingyuan. He clapped him on the shoulder with a smile. Congratulations. I can't believe you guys actually managed to produce a level 3 and a level 4 student in such a short time. Hui modestly waved it off. Not at all. It was all the students' hard work. I just did my best to meet their needs. It's a good thing you told me about the format change in time, Old Wang. Looking down at the arena, Wang Mingyuan's tone grew tense. This time, after the reforms to the competition format, the central government plans to increase the subsidies for the winning schools. To get that funding, the competition between schools is going to be incredibly fierce. Hui nodded in agreement. You're right. A gruff voice suddenly cut in. So that's what all the noise is about. Just a couple of country bumpkins here for the first time, huh? Hui shot back angrily. What did you just say? Wang Mingyuan quickly held him back. Hey, old Hu, calm down. They're all principals from schools that have won in previous tournaments. It's best not to start anything with them. He understood. With a cold snort, he said, so what if they have? The matches haven't even started. We'll see who's winning when it's over. The principal glared at Li Kuang, the arrogant former champion, who sneered, figures. The more a dog thinks it's strong, the louder it barks. Enjoy this last moment. If you don't remember this scene well, you'll never have another chance. Teacher Zhang leaned close to Hui, whispering, Principal, this is truly our school's first time in such a high-level competition. Will the kids be okay? The principal frowned. Xiao Zhang, what do you think of our students? Honestly, I believe they're all exceptional. Especially Zhou Shun. His talent is in no way inferior to those so-called geniuses from elite academies who rely on pills all day. Hui smiled, satisfied. Exactly. All we need to do is trust them. In the stands, Lu nervously clutched a cheer sign for the future agent school. This is my first time at a place like this. I'm really nervous. I wonder if Zhou Shun will be okay. A hint of sadness crossed her face. When I first heard Zhou Shun would be competing, I couldn't even believe it. A week earlier, Lu Tiantian walked listlessly down the hallway. It's been so long since I've seen Zhou Shun, ever since he transferred to the elite class. I wonder how he's doing now. He's the school's big star now, after all. He's even representing the school in a Tier 4 competition. You probably wouldn't bother talking to someone like me from a regular class. Lost in thought, she stumbled. Luckily, a shoulder appeared just in time to catch her. Zhou Shun asked kindly, "Class president, are you all right?" Lu Tiantian stammered. "Zhou Shun?" Flustered, she continued, "Zhou Shun, thank you for helping me. But why are you here?" He explained gently, "I was just passing by. I saw you and came to say hello." Lu Tiantian awkwardly admitted, "I thought that after you moved to the elite class, you wouldn't want to be friends with me anymore." Zhou Shun chuckled. "What are you talking about? Friends are still friends. Why would that change just because our statuses are different?" Back in the present, Lu Tiantian felt a wave of relief. Of course, Zhou Shun is still the same Zhou Shun as before. He hasn't changed a bit. He'll definitely succeed. An announcement echoed through the arena. "All contestants, please proceed to the stage." The students erupted in excitement. "Look, it's Zhou Shun. It's really him." Lu Tiantian quickly spotted the familiar face. "He's on the field." The information panel displayed. Zhou Shun, Spirit Energy Affinity, increased from E2 to E4. Ability, Borrowed Power. Remaining Evil God Wishes. 999. Remaining Evil God Rewards. Repayment this period. Total remaining debt. 99,808,912. The host opened the match. Distinguished guests, dear teachers, and beloved students. Welcome, everyone, to this Inter-Outer Zone Exchange Tournament. This competition will be hosted by me and my partner, Lilin. The audience erupted in cheers. Lilin, is that the most popular idol right now? Is she really here to host the competition? Even without her idol outfit, she's still so cute. Lilin playfully winked. Today, I'm not idol Lilin, but hard-working Lilin. The contestants are the real main characters here. She continued to announce. Next, I'll explain the competition rules to everyone. This competition will have a total of 12 academies participating, with each academy sending 4 representatives. Among them, the Tier 4 group has 16 contestants, and the Tier 3 group has 52 contestants. This arena is only for the Tier 4 contestants. If you wish to watch the Tier 3 group, please follow the directions to the other competition hall. The result from both the Tier 3 and Tier 4 groups will be converted into points. The final rankings will be determined by these total points. The general rules for this competition are as follows. Each match will feature 2 contestants competing against each other. The winner will advance to the next round and will continue to compete against other winners. This will continue until a single champion is determined. Additionally, to allow contestants to give their absolute best euro, the match duration will now be limited to half an hour, instead of unlimited as before. A match concludes when one side loses the ability to fight or voluntarily surrenders. We hope everyone can showcase their true abilities. Even though this competition's rules are stricter than before, there's no need to worry too much. Everyone look here. She suddenly raised her hand, excitedly. Atop the Bayou Tower, an S-grade master appeared. The audience immediately gasped. Is that Grandmaster Bayou? Really? I've only ever seen him on TV. I can't believe I'm seeing him in person. He subtly beckoned with his hand. In an instant, the ground transformed. Lilin exclaimed excitedly. What a Grandmaster! With just a wave of his hand, he made the earth tremble and the sky shift. As you can all see, this is the special Arena Grandmaster Bayou personally prepared for this competition. The arena is equipped with a barrier personally set up by the Grandmaster, so the audience doesn't need to worry about being affected by any force waves. And don't worry, if the arena gets damaged during any match, the Grandmaster will repair it, so everyone can confidently unleash their full potential and fight their absolute hardest. Finally, you must all wear the gem in front of you during the competition. It's not just for contestant identification euro. It can even protect everyone in a pinch. The contestants were buzzing. With just a wave of her hand, she created this terrain. So this is the power of an S rank. You really have to see it with your own eyes to understand how incredible it is. Zhou Shun frowned. It's true. I'd heard that S-rank power was on par with the gods. I never imagined it would be this terrifying. He glanced helplessly at the sleepy evil god, but the guy couldn't seem to care less. Suddenly, my own tension just melted away. Lilin pointed excitedly. The matchups will be announced on your contestant gems. And with that, everyone, the All-District Hunter Exchange Tournament now officially begins. First up is the round of 16. The first match, Wang Lu of Silver Tree Academy versus Xiao Ran of Blue Pole Academy. The announcer exclaimed, "What an intense start to the tournament." Contestant Xiao Ran unleashed a flashy, firework-like move to end the match. Total time, 17 minutes. She announced, "Let's begin the second match." In the VIP room, Hu Wei marveled, "I can't believe they even got an S-rank master to help out. Looks like this year's competition is going to be fierce." Wang Mingyuan bowed his head and added, The gap between Grade 4 and Grade 3 is so large because Grade 4s can fully utilize the effectiveness of their combat skills. Not to mention, these academies are loaded. Buying A-rank combat skills is no problem for them. He continued, annoyed. They use their massive funding to freely provide their contestants with the best combat skills and potions. That's how they've managed to hold the top spot so many times. It's why they can act so nonchalant. Meanwhile, a group of shameless principals were busy flattering Principal Lee. Principal Lee, we look forward to your guidance again this year. Please go easy on us. Wang Mingyuan suddenly scoffed. But this time, things will be different. The announcement rang out. Match 5. Lan Shen of Cloud Lake Academy versus Li Zhe of West Bank Academy. Another thrilling matchup. Contestant Lan Shen is using a phantom-like movement technique to dodge her opponent's fierce attacks. She's truly toying with him, like she has him in the palm of her hand. But just dodging won't be enough to deal any damage. What method will contestant Lan Shen use to secure her victory? On the field, Lan Shen laughed smugly. That's about enough for a warm-up. The moment she activated her skill, the announcer cried out in shock, "This Issa Euro, an Esper-type combat skill." Lan Shen is the first Grade 4 contestant in the history of this tournament to possess an Esper-type skill. Li Zhe gritted his teeth, struggling with all his might. "Damn it, I can't break free." The announcer observed. Judging by contestant Li Zhe's reaction, this ability is a massive threat. Lan Shen shot forward instantly. "Move aside." The announcer cheered. She uses her skill to bind her opponent before finishing him off. Lan Shen's combat style is incredibly versatile. Match time. Only 5 minutes. The crowd went wild. Is that magic? Controlling her opponent and then attacking at will. She's practically unbeatable. The audience's reaction was electric. Could we be witnessing a changing of the guard for this year's championship? In the VIP room, Hu Wei exclaimed in shock. An Esper-type ability. That's a rare power that only hunters at D rank or higher can awaken. That's right, the other person acknowledged. This kid is a rare case of early awakening. You could say she's 1 in 10,000. Principal OU of Zhongshan Academy, last year's runner-up, sneered from the side. So she awakened her potential a little early. Big deal. Wang Mingyuan shot back sarcastically. If you think so little of it, Principal O, then why did you spend a fortune trying to poach our Lan Shen before? Lan Shen told me all about it. She even complained about how persistent you were. This made the man flush with embarrassment. Enough, Principal Lee shouted, cutting them off. It's just an early awakening, nothing more. The announcer's voice cut through. The 6th match is Wang Zhua of Qiguang Academy versus Siroha. What Theauro? It only took 5 seconds. An instant one-hit knockout. His opponent was just about to attack when contestant Wang Zhua took him down in the blink of an eye. This is the true power of Qiguang Academy, the reigning champions for 3 consecutive seasons. The audience was stunned. An instant KO. He's too strong. Only someone from Qiguang Academy could pull that off. Looks like Qiguang Academy's got the championship in the bag again this year. Down on the field, Wang Zhua commented arrogantly. Looks like this year's competition is completely devoid of suspense. How dull. Oh, you shouted, clearly enjoying himself. No wonder. A student personally mentored by Principal Lee. Their power is in a completely different league. Lee Wood snorted coldly. He sneered. Didn't I say before? The more a dog thinks it's hot stuff, the louder it barks, right? Wang Mingyuan glared. Just you wait and see. Standing between them, Hu Wei thought anxiously. There's absolutely no way to intervene in this battle. His face darkened. Anyway, with our abilities from the Specialized Light Division, just securing a minimum participation spot is already a great achievement. As long as Zhou Shun wins 1 match, even just having a standout performance, that would already be a huge win for us. The host announced, victory in the 7th match goes to the contestant from the Evoker sect. The match lasted 20 minutes. Everyone, please take a short break. Up next will be the final decisive battle of the first rank round. Zhou Shun started warming up. I can't believe I'm the final match. I wonder who my opponent will be. Gu Shen leaned in closer and whispered, no matter who it is, why not just use borrowed power to end the match quickly? Zhou Shun explained, because in previous years, the highest level students at this stage only reached level 4. If I were to borrow power and reach level 5, it would draw too much attention. If I got investigated and exposed, it would be huge trouble. Just then, he encountered a girl. She sighed dejectedly. Oh, bad luck. You're in the final match now. Zhou Shun spoke up. You were in the earlier match, weren't you? She reminded him. Your opponent is Lei Zet from Chongshan Evoker Academy. He's one of the biggest contenders for the championship this year. His signature combat technique is the thunderous bursting line thrust. If he uses his full power, even an entry-level evoker wouldn't be able to withstand it. He asked indifferently, such a powerful combat technique. Won't there be any issues using it in a low-level match? Lan Shen replied, the protective gem provided before the match can prevent one fatal blow. It's just, your body will definitely take a beating. The competition for academy funding is just that brutal, you know? Zhou Shun politely continued. Thank you for the warning. But, why do you want to help me? Wan Shun bowed slightly. Our principal and yours are friends. So, for now, consider me your ally. Our shared goal is to snatch the #1 spot from those high and mighty folks, isn't it? She subtly waved a hand. Initially, I hope you could play a role as an ally, at least help deal with a few things. But if your opponent is Lei Zet, then there's nothing to be done. I just hope you can exhaust his stamina as much as possible. Good luck in the match. Zhou Shun felt a pang of unease and thought, is Lei Zet really that formidable? An announcement boomed. Finally, the final match of the first rank stage is about to begin. You must all be bursting with anticipation, right? He cautiously stepped onto the arena. The audience immediately buzzed with excitement. It's finally here, the last final match. I'm so hyped. Cheers erupted everywhere. I can't believe he's in the final match. This drama is truly at its peak. The host boomed, and now, let's welcome the contestant appearing in our final match. Zhou Shun was momentarily surprised. Wow, I can't believe I'm getting such a warm welcome. But the very next second, reality slapped him square in the face. A Euro contestant Lei Zet. Zhou Shun realized, oh, so they weren't talking about me. A flash of light immediately streaked across the arena. The audience in the stands collectively leaped to their feet. A muscular young man with dazzling blonde hair instantly appeared. Zhou Shun cautiously turned his head. His eyes widened. The host exclaimed, unbelievable. The final battle belongs to none other than contestant Lei Zet from Chongshan Evoker Academy. It's said that contestant Lei Zet became an evoker at the tender age of 12, and in just 4 years, he's already reached level 4. Not to mention, he's already earned prestigious honors like state certifications and invitations from the guild. It wouldn't be wrong to call him a true genius of this new era. The audience chanted in unison, Lei Zet, Lei Zet. A massive group of female fans also cheered enthusiastically, Lei Zet, Lei Zet, Lei Zet. Lu Tiantian realized anxiously he even has a fan club, but no one's cheering for Zhou Shun. Someone behind her overheard and interjected, isn't that obvious? Our Lei Zet Gidge is both handsome and powerful. It'd be weird if he didn't have fans. On the other hand, you can tell that opponent of his is an arrogant jerk who loves to show off. Who could possibly like a guy like that? Hearing this, Lu Tiantian immediately snapped back, annoyed. Who says Zhou Shun doesn't have fans? I'm his fan. Zhou Shun is gentle and strong. Meanwhile, anyone can see Lei Che is just a show-off with a nasty personality. The other girl wasn't backing down, raising her voice to argue back. What? How dare you talk bad about my Lei Che? She shot back firmly. You're the one who judged Zhou Shun by his looks first. A silent, irreconcilable war had just begun between them. The other female fan started cheering with all her might. Go, Lei Che. Go, Lei Che. Not to be outdone, Lu Tiantian roared back with equal determination. Go Zhou Shun. Go Zhou Shun. The other students looked on, stunned. First time I've ever seen the class president get so fired up. What's going on? Another replied. Beats me. The announcer's voice boomed through the arena. The cheering is just endless. Everyone is waiting to see what kind of incredible performance this young genius will deliver in this match. Will he be able to shake the throne of Shi Guangyu, who's held the top rank for so many years? All right, with this thunderous applause, let's officially get started. Liu Yin offered a strained smile and a gentle reminder. Senior Qian, I think you might have forgotten there's still one contestant who hasn't been introduced. The male MC froze, realizing his mistake. I got too carried away with the crowd's excitement. I completely forgot. He blushed and continued. My apologies. Next up, let's give a big welcome to standing opposite contestant Lei Che. Is contestant Zhou Shun of Lei Academy. His past achievements, none. Special skills, none. As for Lei Academy's history, it appears this is their very first time participating. Zhou Shun's face darkened. He felt a little embarrassed. Maybe I should have bought a combat skill before this. In the stands, a wave of chatter and debate erupted from the audience. So it's a first-time school. No wonder I've never heard of them. A school like that must have spent every last penny they had just to get one person to level 4. He doesn't even have a combat skill. How is he supposed to fight? What a shame. This was a perfect opportunity for the final match. I thought we'd get to see one of Lei Che's ultimate moves. The female fan seized the opportunity, laughing smugly. So you're from a school that's never even competed before? In the VIP room, OU was openly provocative. To think you'd run into our schools, Lei Che on your very first match. Looks like you'll be going home empty-handed again. Almost feel bad for you. Hu Wei's brow furrowed with tension. Seeing this, Wang Mingyuan offered some encouragement. Don't listen to him. Every school has a first time. Down in the arena, Lei Che asked condescendingly, You're Zhou Shun, right? I heard this is your school's first time in the exchange tournament. You worked so hard to reach level 4, only to run into me in your very first match. What terrible luck. He stated with absolute confidence. You should understand. Geniuses like me have to carry the weight of countless expectations. There are many things I can't decide for myself. While I sympathize with you, I can't just let victory slip through my fingers. Zhou Shan cut him off flatly. Don't bother. Let's just fight normally. In the next instant, Lei Che leaped forward. He leaned in and whispered arrogantly into Zhou Shan's ear. Losing like this? Tell you what, I'll use just a tenth of my power. We could just warm up a bit. If your first match at least looks like a decent back and forth, you can lose with some dignity, right? Lei Che didn't forget to add, you'd better seize this chance. This left Zhou Shan speechless. I already said to fight normally. The male MC screamed in shock. Whoa, what just happened? Contestant Lei Che appeared beside Zhou Shan in the blink of an eye. And just as quickly, he's pulled away again. Can he no longer contain his urge to settle this? Well, let's not waste any more time. I declare the final match of the first round. Begin. The moment he finished speaking, both figures vanished from the arena floor. Lei Che suddenly appeared behind Zhou Shan. He threw a punch aimed straight for his face. Quickly, Lei Che unleashed a furious barrage of attacks. Up in the observation room, the male MC exclaimed in awe, my God, what kind of special combat skill is this? Contestant Lei Che has split into two? No, 3 people. Even more, it's as if multiple opponents are attacking at once. Could all of this be just afterimages created by his incredible speed? For contestant Lei Che to show us such terrifying skill right in his first match. It seems this year's championship battle is going to be one for the ages. Standing to the side, Lan Shan clicked his tongue in annoyance. This Lei Che guy is a real pain in the ass. Wang Ke, on the other hand, remained silent and lost in thought. Oh Wu smirked with satisfaction. Lei Che's strength goes far beyond this. It took me a great deal of effort to find a genius like him. At this level, no one can stand against him. At this moment, Lei Che scoffed and wondered, why are you just standing there? Can't even keep up with a tenth of my speed? He chuckled smugly. That's right. Only someone at Wang Ke's level is a worthy opponent for me. This must be tough for you. Well then, goodbye. Lei Che immediately unleashed a decisive strike. Zhou Shan asked coldly, not jumping anymore. What happened next made his eyes nearly pop out of his head. He decisively landed a punch straight to Lei Che's face. The two hosts were completely stunned, unable to utter a word. Lan Shan was terrified, frozen in place. Wang Ke glared with utter disgust. Fan Nu and Lu Tian both got a huge fright. Lei Che was utterly battered by the punch. He was unable to retaliate. The male host stammered. What just happened? Contestant Zhou Shan threw a punch in the blink of an eye. He easily countered Lei Che's move. With contestant Lei Che's speed, it should have been easy to dodge. Was he just careless, or was he truly unable to dodge it? From the stands, the female fans began to scold in unison. He hit our Lei Che's face again. How shameless. How could someone like that hit Lei Che? It must be cheating. Zhou Shan, not understanding what was happening, and seeing Lei Che not attack, thought, I decided to strike first. This kind of match probably doesn't have weird, unspoken rules, like who gets to make the first move, right? In the waiting room, Wang Mingyuan excitedly exclaimed, that punch was powerful. Old Hu's disciple is certainly no slouch either. Oh Wu fumed, no way. At level 4, no one is faster than Lei Che. Your school couldn't possibly train a contestant like that. You must have hired someone to fight for him. Hu Wei calmly retorted, if he were a hired fighter, do you think the supervisors in charge of inspections wouldn't have noticed? Or do you think you're smarter than them? He roared. Li Kuai annoyed cut in all this noise. Where's the decorum? He emphasized, full of expectation. The match isn't over yet. The host announced, the final match of the first round of 8. Zhou Shiniro, before he could finish, a loud shout cut him off. Wait, Lei Che, battered, stood up and declared, I haven't lost yet. The male host was astonished. He's up. Contestant Lei Che is up. The match continues. His eyes flashed with terrifying, killing intent. Lei Che sneered. Using only a tenth of my strength was truly underestimating you. Next time I won't hold back. He erupted with power, roaring, my lightning power can no longer be contained. Let my lightning reverberate throughout this entire arena. Standing to the side, Zhou Shan couldn't help but marvel. What fierce energy! A sudden flash of light shot towards him, making him tense. It instantly moved behind him. The arena floor was now a blur of motion. The host, realizing something, murmured, this is... Contestant Lei Che is using the protective barriers on the arena floor to continuously accelerate. Is he about to unleash that move? He then jumped up in shock. Lei Che's famous combat technique. Leon praised. So cool. Lei Che snorted arrogantly. Catch this. He decisively unleashed his move. Thunderfowl explosive rush. But immediately after, Lei Jie took Zhou Shun's punch full on. He was instantly sent flying backwards. Zhou Shun gravely advised, "You should have attacked earlier before I got used to your speed." The host announced, "Contestant Lei Jie has been sent flying by contestant Zhou Shun once again. Contestant Lei Jie's battle crystal has turned red. This means he has completely lost the ability to fight." He stammered. Therefore, in the final match of the first round of 8 for Group 4, Zhou Shun wins. Zhou Shun, on the arena floor, let out a breath. I almost couldn't hold back, but with the battle crystal's protection, he should be fine, right? In the stands, the audience buzzed with commotion. How did he do it? So fast. I didn't even see it clearly. The tournament bracket was quickly updated. The second quarterfinal match began, with Yunhu against Lan Shun and Jing Wan against Sun Ro. The result was, Lan Shun wins. The third quarterfinal match, Shi Guang versus Wang Ke and Che Guang versus Xia Hao. Wang Ke wins. The students from Chu Shin's academy were arguing. From the same academy? He's not even trying, is he? Another one-hit KO? Forget about him. The next match is Chu Shun's. Wang Zhuo suddenly glared, his eyes blazing with fury. The two students immediately turned pale with fright. The fourth quarterfinal match, Chu Shun from Lade's Special Academy versus Xiao Ran from Lanji Academy. However, the male MC exclaimed, "Xiao Ran's exploding fist truly lives up to its name. What a dangerous angle of attack. It's incredibly difficult to defend against." But contestant Chu Shun's evasion ability, it's as if he predicts his opponent's trajectory. This speed, it's so fast, people can't even react. Chu Shun only threw one punch, and he had to shout the result. Chu Shun wins. In the waiting room, two men couldn't help but wonder. That Chu Shun kid, it seems like he hasn't used a single combat technique since the start. That's right, he's just using vital energy to enhance his body parts and attack his opponents. Strong, yes, and he controls his vital energy remarkably well. But there's no real technique to speak of. One person cautiously speculated, could it be that his rank isn't just E Tier 4? Did he intentionally lower it to participate in the competition? Or did he use some kind of forbidden stimulant to boost his abilities? Either way, he's violated the competition rules. Send someone to investigate immediately. The host announced, the next battle will be the first semi-final. Chu Shun from Lade Special Academy will face Lu Yu from Shiguang Academy. Suddenly, two figures in black appeared unexpectedly on the arena floor, startling him. What's going on? In the stands, the audience was also terrified. Who are these people? What are they doing here? The man in black stepped forward, presenting a strange device. Put this on. Once it's on, release your vital energy pressure. Several students realized with shock. Looking at this setup, it seems like the special envoys from the city's central district. Aren't special envoys responsible for measuring the ranks of cultivators? Could it be that Chu Shun isn't E Tier 4? No wonder he's so powerful. Is he a ringer? Below, Chu Shun thought to himself with regret. Sigh, looks like I overdid it. I'll really have to be more careful from now on. Can't stand out too much. The monitoring screen displayed. Contestant name, Chu Shun. Academy, Lade Special Academy. Status, stable. Rank, E Tier 4. The man in black announced loudly. Rank verification is correct. There is also no reaction to any drugs in the contestant's body. This left the male MC even more stunned. The special envoys have just confirmed. Contestant Chu Shun's rank is correct. He is indeed E Tier 4. Next, the match begins. The students immediately froze in disbelief. One person reacted violently. What? He's defeated so many opponents in a row, and he's really only E Tier 4. Semi-final match 1 begins. Lu Yu from Shiguang Academy faces Chu Shun from Lade Special Academy. Lu Yu worried, this guy? Is he really that powerful? The very next second, she took a KO hit. What? Another one-hit KO. Lu Yu from Shiguang Academy. The host enthusiastically yelled, unbelievable. Contestant Chu Shun has won once again, advancing straight to the finals. Lei immediately cheered with sparkling eyes. Go, go. In the waiting room, Wang Mingyuan commented in disbelief. Old Hu, your student is too exceptional. Hu Wei forced a smile and admitted, indeed. Two principals proactively approached, intending to fawn. Congratulations, Principal Hu. We never expected Lade Special Academy to have such a promising talent this year. We've always heard about your dedication to your work. Seeing such an outstanding student now, your reputation is truly well-deserved. We should all learn from you. Owu glared at the two with disgust. Li Kuai clicked his tongue in irritation. Hu Wei nodded confidently. To reach the finals in your very first competition, Chu Shun, you truly didn't disappoint me. Semi-final match 2. Wang Zhuo from Shiguang Academy versus Lan Shun from Yunhu Academy. Lan Shun cautiously stepped onto the arena. It's finally the finals. For the Academy's honor, I absolutely cannot lose. She took a few more steps, approaching Wang Zhuo. He stared at her with icy eyes. The host announced, "Let the match begin." E-Tier 4 High School Exchange Tournament. Currently, only 3 contestants remain: Chu Shun, Lan Shun, and Wang Zhua. The female students from Lan Shun's academy cheered loudly. "Go, senior sister. You're going to win." Wang Zhua glanced over annoyed. A flash of killing intent gleamed in Lan Shun's eyes. A chance. She seized his moment of distraction and charged forward. Lan Shun decisively unleashed her combat technique, flowing cloud hand. Wang Zhua, however, remained completely still. Lan Shun gritted her teeth in shock. How can this be? It had no effect at all. Wang Zhua smirked. He firmly grabbed her hand and asked, "Are you supposed to be some big shot?" Lan Shun struggled. "I'm attacking you. What's it to you?" Wang Zhua lets out a contemptuous laugh. "It's nothing. I just find you hilarious." Though restrained, Lan Xin refuses to give up. She silently prepares her ultimate move. In the blink of an eye, Wang Zhua is completely enveloped. Lan Xin unleashes her combat technique without hesitation. Scythe wind kick. She clutches her injured arm in pain. Perfect. They all landed. This time, it has to be over. But Wang Zhua is completely unharmed. He materializes behind her. Child's play. Lan Xin whirls around in terror. When did Yuyiro? He coldly unleashes his technique, Blood Boil. She's instantly battered and bruised by the blow. The announcer comments, "Both fighters are incredibly skilled." This is a semifinal match, after all. On another level, the stage is completely destroyed, but Wang Zhua doesn't have a scratch on him. What monster? A female student in the stands cries out softly, "Senior." In the waiting room, Wang Mingyuan stands frozen, cheering under his breath. "Hang in there, Lan Xin." Covered in wounds, Lan Xin slumps to the floor. The good luck charm lies motionless on the ground. She painfully forces her eyes open. "I can't fall." Not yet. Her memory flashes back to a rainy day at her familiar school. Lan Xin walks into the classroom, confused. "What's everyone doing gathered here? It's time for practice." A younger student sobs, "Senior, if the academy loses its funding, I'll have to go home and get a job. I want to keep studying. I want to become an adept, but..." Seeing this, Lan Xin laughs heartily, quickly lifting her spirits. "Don't worry. I promise you, I will definitely win the regional tournament. Once I do, the Ministry of Education won't cut our academy's funding anymore. And all of you can continue your studies." The young student tilts her head slightly. "Really?" Lan Xin declares with confidence. "Of course. Have I ever lied to you?" The student suddenly remembers something. She fumbles in her pocket. "Oh, right." The student hands a good luck charm to Lan Xin. "This is a protective charm my mom made for me. I hope it brings you good luck. I'll always be rooting for you." Another student chimes in. "Yeah, let's all go cheer our senior on." Full of hope, Lan Xin clutches the charm tightly. It's a promise. Back in the present, Lan Xin mutters with stubborn resolve. So, with the last of her strength, she reaches for the charm. Wang Zhua grinds it under his boot. "Risking your life for this?" He coldly kicks her aside. "How pathetic. Your supporters. Do you think they still dare to cheer for you after seeing this?" The announcer's voice rings out. The system has detected that contestant Lan Xin's star dual stone has turned red. That means she's lost the ability to fight. Wang Zhua wins. Wang Zhua channels power into his heel. "It's all over now, hero of Yunhu." The male MC screams in horror. "Stop. The match is over. Someone stop him." Leon squeezes his eyes, shut in fear. "Don't do it." The crowd erupts in protest. What is he trying to do? Wang Mingyuan's face goes pale as he screams, "Stop it." The man in black reports urgently, "Master, if we don't intervene, someone's going to die." Bai shakes his head calmly. "There's no need." He slowly opens his eyes, his gaze settling on a single point. The moment Wang Zhua's kick lands, it creates a massive shockwave. Zhu Chen appears just in time, catching Lan Xin. "Picking on someone who can't fight back? Is this how you do things at the Shimmering Light Academy?" Wang Zhua whips around in fury. "Yuyiro." He snarls the name, Zhu Chun. The male MC announces in surprise. "It's Zhu Chun. That's Zhu Chun." He saved contestant Lan Xin at the very last second. He lets out a sigh of relief. Thank goodness. Wang Mingyuan rushes over from a distance. "Thank God." The audience roars with outrage. He was actually going for a killing blow. That's unforgivable. "Go, Zhu Chun. In the finals, you have to teach him a painful lesson." Wang Zhua cracks his knuckles arrogantly. "It doesn't matter who comes. One more or one less, it makes no difference." Chu Shan gave him a cold, challenging look. "Oh yeah? Let's see you try." Soon after, Lan Shun was carried away. The announcer's voice echoed, since both contestants have agreed to proceed directly to the final match. To ensure the finals go smoothly, we asked the staff to quickly restore the arena. "Thank you for your cooperation." Up in the stands, Shun Jiarui did a double take. "Hey, isn't that Chu Shin's friend?" Lu Diandian was holding a cheer sign that read, "Go, Special Agent Lai." She asked, startled, "You guys are from the honors class?" He asked, "What's the situation?" Lu Diandian replied, "Chu Shun made it to the finals." She pursed her lips worriedly. But his opponent in the finals looks like a real handful. Wang Mingyuan stormed off in frustration. He didn't leave without a parting shot, letting a psycho like that compete. I really don't get what that guy Li was thinking. Old Hu, you better keep a close eye on this one. Hu Wei yelled out, Chu Shun, be careful. Down in the arena, Chu Shun confidently reassured him, don't worry. Wang Zhuo opened with a taunt. With your background and resources, you can't possibly think you have a chance of winning, can you? From the very start, this fight, Wasiuro, Chu Shun cut him off annoyed. You talk too much. He glared and shot back. Are we going to fight or not? His opponent said nothing, his eyes burning with hatred. The announcer declared, everything is ready. I declare the match begin. Wang Zhuo was suddenly shot into the air. In a flash, he vanished from the arena floor. A powerful fist flew out, aimed straight at Chu Shun's face. In the blink of an eye, the two were face to face. Wang Zhuo sneered, and here I thought you were supposed to be strong. Chu Shun's casual reply made his face drain of color. That's my line. He shot back. You're the reigning champion, and this is all you've got? As he finished speaking, he lunged for him. Wang Zhuo stubbornly unleashed his blood technique. An intense battle immediately erupted between them. The male announcer exclaimed in shock, I've been in this business for over 10 years, but I've never seen a rank 4 match on this scale. It's hard to believe this is Special Agent Li's first time competing, Leon marveled. He's so strong. The students in the stands recognized him. That's Chu Shun. Shen Jiarui frowned. You mean all that time we trained together, you're holding back? Ma Wenhao broke out in a horrified cold sweat. There's only a 1 rank difference between us, but the power gap is already this huge. Meanwhile, Wang Zhuo was on the back foot, unable to dodge Chu Shun's assault. A punch landed, and in an instant, Wang Zhuo was getting pummeled. Teacher Zhang exclaimed, amazed. I knew Chu Shun had a solid foundation, but I never imagined he could actually fight on this level against an opponent with top-tier resources. Wang Zhuo's eyes widened in pain. Blood. I'm bleeding. I can't believe it. I'm actually losing to this guy. Wang Zhuo snapped, unleashing his max blood technique with a roar as he charged forward. The evil god was pleased. Interesting. I didn't expect him to be able to forcibly erupt the astral energy in his body to increase his power. So this is what they call a combat technique. Fascinating. A black shadow suddenly shot forward. Chu Shun noticed at once. He's faster now, but it's useless against my perception. By focusing my mind, I can heighten my senses far beyond his. Activated. A man in black urgently reported. Wang Zhuo's astral energy is increasing in intensity at an alarming rate. Grandmaster, should we request a rank check on him? Bai Yu calmly explained. This contestant has used this technique before. It's the Wang family's blood technique. Using it allows one to temporarily strengthen parts of their body, achieving power that surpasses their actual rank. This time, he's simply applying it to his entire body. It's not a violation. The man in black understood. My apologies. I was being too hasty. He continued, but it seems the other contestant hasn't gone all out since the match began. I must say, I'm a little curious. Where are his limits? On the arena, Chu Shun and Wang Zhuo relentlessly clashed. Shen Jiarui, worried. Too fast. I can't even see them clearly anymore. Chu Shun's on the defensive. Ma Wenhao, tense, retorted. Hey, Euroino, that's not right. He's actually leading Wang Zhuo's boxing style. Just then, Wang Zhuo completely lost it, lunging forward. Chu Shun easily dodged his punch. A glint of murderous intent flashed in his eyes. Chu Shun instantly struck, thrusting straight into Wang Zhuo's arm. Wang Zhuo channeled power into his legs, stomping hard on the floor. He raised his hand to block the blow. Wang Zhuo gritted his teeth, seething. At this level, you're the first person who's been able to fight me like this. But he erupted with power, declaring, I'm the strongest. Chu Shun raised an eyebrow, asking, is that all you've got? He sneered, activating his skill. Borrow strength activated. Remaining uses 0.96. Wang Zhuo gritted his teeth, unleashing his blood fury as he lunged. Chu Shun refused to back down, activating borrow strength once more. Their intense clash immediately reignited. Chu Shun narrowed his eyes, sensing, I see it. I can clearly see every single one of his boxing moves. He declared firmly, his weakness is his heart. Without a moment's hesitation, Chu Shun forcefully thrust his elbow into his chest. Wang Zhuo immediately screamed in pain, his face turning ashen. Seizing the opportunity, Chu Shun quickly moved into position to attack. He relentlessly rained punches down on Wang Zhuo, who, unable to believe it, thought, how can this be? His speed and strength are still increasing. No way, no way. Wang Zhuo stubbornly unleashed another burst of power. I'm the strongest. Chu Shun clenched his fist. It's time to end this. He suddenly lunged forward to attack. You're looking for death. A massive explosion immediately followed. It caused a terrifying shockwave, directly shattering the arena floor. Hu Wei, worried, called out loudly. Oh, what happened? After the dense smoke cleared, a tall figure slowly emerged. The host announced, Contestant Wang Zhua. It's Contestant Wang Zhua. Contestant Wang Zhua is still standing. Aeroino wait. Contestant Wang Zhua has lost his ability to fight. Aero then the one still standing is Contestant Chu Shun. Congratulations to Contestant Chu Shun for winning the Level 4 Team Competition Championship. Lai Academy's score made a historic comeback, ultimately securing the championship with 200 points. Lai Academy, 200 points. Shuo Guang Academy, 160 points. Yunhu Academy, 135 points. Chongguang Academy, 110 points. Euroethis is the first time since the inter-regional exchange tournament was established that an academy from the border regions has won the national championship. The students joyfully exclaimed, Euroe amazing. Absolutely amazing. Euro or border region actually has someone this strong. Euro 1. We actually won. Chu Shun is incredible. Truly worthy of being our boss. I knew he could do it. Teacher Zhang, eyes tightly shut, roared out, Chu Shun, you've made us so proud. Hui clenched his fists, cheering, well done, Chu Shun. He was so moved that tears streamed down his face. This time, finally, we won't have to grovel for subsidies anymore. Teacher Zhang was at a loss for words. Aero eyes that really the main point. Meanwhile, the two principals called out to each other. Aero principal, who is still down there. Aero should quickly go congratulate him. Ligua cursed furiously. Damn it. Oh hastily followed. Wait, I'm coming too. He was stunned. Baiyu calmly turned around. Well, the match is over. I should be heading back. I'll leave the rest to you. The men in black acknowledged his command. Good work, he thought as he walked away. This contestant, Chu Shun, he's pretty interesting. Baiyu suddenly stopped. Two figures standing nearby had caught his attention. Baiyu furrowed his brow. So she came too. Don't tell me she's also here for Chu Shun. The man spoke with admiration. I never thought the outer district, which has always lagged behind, could produce such an outstanding new talent. No wonder you made a special trip to watch the match. He glanced at his companion. Lin, I heard you knew him before. Are you confident you can recruit him into the void? She answered honestly. We were neighbors when we were kids. But my family moved, and we lost touch. I ran into him by chance last time in the Blackwater district. It didn't seem like he recognized me. Lin Euro's voice was firm. However, when it comes to recruiting him for the guild, I will give it my all. Soon, the award ceremony was underway. Hui spoke with pride. Late Academy is in a remote area, with limited resources. But today, we have proven with our strength that even a humble nest can raise a golden phoenix. The reporters called out. Contestant Chu Shun, look at the camera. He forced a helpless smile. This is more exhausting than the actual match. The next day, in the principal's office, Hui spoke with satisfaction. Chu Shun, we really have you to thank for this. He held the black stone in his hand. Suddenly, Late Academy is the miracle of the Black Horse outskirts. This is what I promised you. If it can help you, I'm sure the first principal would be very happy as well. Finally, we got it. Hui continued, a hint of sadness in his voice. It probably won't be long now, before the major academies from the inner district try to recruit you. When you get to the inner district, don't forget about Late Academy, okay? Chu Shun smiled. Don't worry, principal. I won't. Their conversation came to an end. He quickly stepped out of the room. Seeing some familiar faces, Chu Shun couldn't help but wonder. School's already out for break. What are you guys still doing here? Shin Jiarue grinned. We came looking for you, of course. He happily threw an arm around Chu Shun. Can you believe it? The tournament just ended, and we already got our acceptance letters. And get these Euro, they're from the 5 great academies. All of us got in. Chu Shun looked relieved. Congratulations. With your skills, it'd be weird if you didn't get in. Shin Jiarue replied. It's all thanks to you, boss. He suddenly cleared his throat, his expression serious. As your followers, we can't just aim low. One day, we're going to be your greatest partners. At this, Chu Shun was confused. What do you mean? Su Xiaoxiao explained. He means he hopes we can train with you more in the future. Even though we'll be at different academies with different classes, we can still participate in joint activities with other schools after hours. So we'll have to come find you to team up then. Chu Shun quickly understood. He smiled back. Of course. It would be pretty boring on my own, anyway. Besides, I'll need you guys to be my sparring partners. Shin Jiarue exclaimed happily, deal. A sudden voice interrupted their conversation. Lu Tiantian appeared. She spoke up, her voice filled with determination. Can I join you guys? I want to get stronger, too. A little later, they all went to the advanced training classroom. Lu Tiantian's eyes immediately lit up. This is the advanced classroom. Can I really train in here? She looked at Chu Shun joyfully. I can't believe you seriously consider my request, Chu Shun. Thank you. He smiled back. I didn't do anything. I just mentioned it to the principal. He agreed right away. Lu Tiantian bowed happily. Principal, thank you for letting me use this equipment. Thank you all so much. Hui waved his hand dismissively. There's no need for formalities. He continued calmly. I've decided to remove the restrictions on the advanced classroom so all students can use the training equipment freely. We'll be making many changes going forward, including student benefits, and school-wide renovations have already been scheduled. With the first-place prize money from the exchange competition, I can finally do the things I've always wanted to do. This is all thanks to everyone's hard work. Hui looked at his genius students with satisfaction. Thank you, everyone. Shen Jirue grumbled bitterly. But I'm not giving up. Why did the school only get these fancy renovations after I graduated? I don't get to enjoy any of it. Ugh, this is so annoying. Ma Wenhao cut him off. Shut up. Can you not ruin the mood? Hui chuckled. You can always come back and visit if you miss the school later on. Su Xiaoxia tilted her head curiously. Hey, Xiao Diantian. Why the sudden drive to train so hard? The exchange competition is over, and we're officially on break now. Shen Jirue was also surprised and wondered. Xiao Diantian? Since when were you two so close? She blushed as she explained. Honestly, I always thought I didn't have any talent, so I just figured I'd let nature take its course. But after seeing how fiercely you all fought for your dreams, I made up my mind. I want to be cool like you guys too. I'm pretty confident in the social sciences. So I'm planning to apply to the 5 major academies as an academically gifted student. Academically gifted students only need to be at level 2. There's only 1 month left until the application deadline. I want to give it a shot. Even if I fail, it's fine. Upon hearing this, Su Xiaoxia burst into tears. Xiao Jiantian, she declared firmly, I'll help you with everything I've got. You can definitely do it. Lu Jiantian replied happily. Xiaoxia, thank you so much. The other classmates chimed in, we'll help too. Shen Jirue turned to Zhou Chun and asked, what about you, Zhou Chun? Do you have any plans? Or have you picked a school yet? He replied honestly, I haven't received any notification letters yet. These words stunned Shen Jirue. He questioned, what? How can that be? Right after the competition ended. I already received my acceptance letter. Even we were selected by the 5 major academies. There's no way no school would want you. Zhou Chun continued, I don't know either. Hui cleared his throat a few times. He called out softly, Zhou Chun, about this. I was just about to tell you. Hui presented a red letter. This is your admission letter. It just arrived at the school today. Shen Jirue excitedly slung an arm around Zhou Chun's shoulder. I told you, there's no way no school would be interested in you. Come on, quick. Let's see which of the 5 major academies it is. Zhou Chun opened the letter. A large line of text appeared. Blade of Dawn Professional Guide Academy. Invitation letter. Dear Zhou Chun, greetings. Your exceptional talent has left a deep impression on us. Through discussion and decision, we are honored to inform you that you have gained the qualification to join the Blade of Dawn Academy for advanced studies. This letter comes with an admission card. Please read the following carefully. If you accept this opportunity, please keep this card safe and bring it to the Academy to register on September 16, 2026. If you forego advanced studies, simply break the card. Your qualification will automatically be invalidated. We sincerely look forward to your presence. Shen Jirue gasped in alarm. Blade of Dawn Academy. The Blade of Dawn Academy that can dominate the 5 major academies. Zhou Chun looked blank. What does that mean? Shen Jirue broke out in a sweat. You don't know? He explained. Among our country's guide academies, there are 5 recognized as the best. The Kai Mingxing Academy, the Shou Wangzhe Academy, the Hong Shi Academy, the Songqiong Academy, and the Alpha Academy. Each one is a symbol of authority and immense power, possessing supreme jurisdiction. However, the only academy that can truly reign over these 5 academies, Shen Jirue declared, that's the Blade of Dawn Academy. If a student is valued by the Blade of Dawn Academy, they can even get priority selection. Even the 5 major academies have to obediently wait in line. Zhou Chun asked, puzzled, if the Blade of Dawn Academy has such a high status, why are there only 5 best academies in the country, and not 6? Hui took over, because the value of the Blade of Dawn Academy is something the 5 major academies can't compare to. It's a school specifically established to subjugate the gaps. He exclaimed in disbelief, the gaps? The gaps. He said, his face stern. Actually, according to the central government's confidentiality agreement, the existence of the gaps cannot be disclosed to outsiders. But you all already possess the qualifications for the inner realm. I don't think a simple mention will hurt. Lu Jiantian stammered nervously. I don't have the qualifications for the inner realm yet. Should I leave? Hui shook his head. No need. Just don't tell anyone. Simply put, a gap is a vast world. It's teeming with creatures whose strength is comparable to guides. And because the gaps are 2-dimensional, creatures will also escape from the gaps. Once they escape, the consequences are unimaginable. Therefore, when a gap appears, guides are needed to go there and subjugate these creatures. Although subjugating gaps can bring great fame and fortune, the danger far exceeds imagination. I, too, was once a member of a gap subjugation team. However, during one subjugation mission, the team suffered heavy casualties. Hui painfully recalled that chaotic scene. Ultimately, because a core member was gravely wounded and suffered severe aftereffects, the team could no longer bear its responsibilities. Morale disintegrated, and we were forced to disband. Although other academies also require students to engage with the RIFs to pass their entrance exams, the difficulty and casualty rate for Dawnbreaker Academy's exam are the highest. I advise you to seriously consider if you really want to go. Dawnbreaker Academy only has priority recruitment rights. It's fine if you refuse. Other academies will come looking for you. The last thing I want is for you to throw your life away without knowing what you're getting into. I want to go. A place where I can make money and get stronger. How could I possibly pass that up? I knew you'd say that. I have a feeling you're going to become an outstanding warrior. We won't get left behind either. As long as we all get stronger together, we won't have to worry about those rifts anymore, right? Right. Speaking of which, didn't the notice say the date was September 16th? Today's the 6th. That's only 10 days away. Don't we usually get a 6-month break to prepare? The notice was clear. September 16th, 2026. Hui smiled. Dawnbreaker Academy operates on its own system. You can't compare it to a traditional academy. I need to get home and start packing. Sorry, I can't help the class president train. Don't worry about it. Leave it to us. A short while later, he was back in his familiar old apartment. Zhou Shin mumbled, reading from a piece of paper. Clothes, shoes, and umbrella. What else do I need to bring? His gaze suddenly fell upon a brilliant purple flame before him. The heretic god was facing the black stone. It cautiously pointed a finger toward the mysterious rock. Soon, the stone began to react. The heretic god directly absorbed all the power from within it. The stone fell to the floor, shattering into countless pieces. My essence stone. Zhou Shun broke down in tears. Why did my essence stone turn into this? I was going to sell that for some cash. I took the power from inside it. This stone wasn't worth anything, anyway. Didn't you say you were going off to school? What about it? I got accepted into Dawnbreaker Academy. I heard it's the best place to get resources. It's perfect for paying off my debt and getting stronger. The only problem is, I'll have to clear rifts. I heard they're so dangerous that even the awakened are terrified of them. The rifts are nothing to be afraid of. Awakened and rift creatures are essentially the same thing. After all, the essence power that makes you awakened comes from within the rifts. That's supposed to make me feel better? So, boss, got any rewards that could help me stay alive? I see one of your wishes has been fulfilled. Wish list, obtain a black essence stone. Complete. Will you take me for a wish-granting genie? You think you could just ask for anything? However, the rifts also hold a target for one of my own wishes. I'll begrudgingly help you this one time. I've recovered a bit of my power through that stone. The timing is perfect to give you this. Brace yourself, kid. The moment the words left its mouth, a massive dark power swiftly enveloped Zhou Shun's body. What theoro? A fragment of the power of creation is connecting with the authority holder. Scanning the authority holder's body. Scan successful. Body compatibility, Tier 4. Acknowledgement from the authority holder has been received. Authority holder, Zhou Shun. Reconstructing the authority holder's constitution. Conversion successful. Optimal enhanced constitution for the authority holder is complete. Residual essence power detected. Automatically converting to level. Conversion successful. Upgraded to E6. Rank E level 6. Complete. Authority over the fragment of the power of creation has been granted. Zhou Shun was bewildered. Power of creation? Fragment? What is this? Hint. Fragment of the power of creation. One of the power fragments of the creation god, Sato. The wielder can obtain the power of creation. What did it do to my body? And who is this creation god? The heretic god began to explain in a serious tone. Sato is an old friend of mine. This creative authority was a gift from him. It can unearth a wielder's potential and create powers that are perfectly suited for them. It can even change your race or body. The reward I gave you before might not have been the best fit. So, I've decided to share a piece of this creative authority with you. Then, you can create your own powers. I see. But if this is just for leveling up, did you really need to give me something this complicated? The fell god snaps. Idiot. Do you really think levels are all that matter? He continues. For tempters like you, levels only affect your basic physical stats. What's really important is the first potential you awaken after reaching D rank. If that potential is mediocre, then no matter how high your level gets, you'll never be truly strong. I'm giving you this creative authority precisely because I'm afraid you'll awaken some useless potential. If you're too weak, you're of no use to me. I remember that player, Lan Shun, awakened a psychic-type potential first. That special ability was a 1-star potential power. Compared to that, combat skills seem so much more common. If I want to conquer the rifts, potential really is more important. Otherwise, I'd struggle just to deal with a single monster. The fell god reminds him. The power created by this authority is often linked to the wielder's own perception. But talk is cheap. Just try it out for yourself, and you'll see. He's right. I can't feel my body absorbing essence anymore. It seems this fragment really has reformed my body. Even the original parchment-style system interface has changed into something like a video game from before I was transported here. It looks a lot more user-friendly. I figured out how to use it instantly. The status window appears. Wielder, Zhou Shun. Bloodline, human, tempter potential, locked. Rank, E, 6 level, 6 constitution, 30 strength, 30. Agility, 30 spirit, 0 perception, 0 unlocked. Sensory perception fell gods, wishes remaining, 994. Soul, 0 Zhou Shun is curious. It even has a status screen. Does that mean it has other functions like a shop? A notification dings. Exchange shop locked. Please reach D rank, level 7 to unlock. Rank up, locked. Please reach D rank, level 7 to unlock. Management, locked. Please reach D rank, level 7 to unlock. He's shocked. It really does have them. But my level is too low to unlock anything. Looks like I need to level up first. The system panel displays. Level up, insufficient soul. Upgrade failed. Soul, a mysterious substance obtained from rift creatures. Can be converted into power. Current amount, 0 Zhou Shin jolts. I can't level up? The fell god demands, what's going on now? Flustered, Zhou Shin scrambles to explain. I don't have a key item for leveling up. It looks like I can only get it from the rifts, but I can't level up by absorbing essence anymore. At my current strength, if I go in there, I'll be carried out in a body bag. The fell god sighs in exasperation. You are so much trouble. I swear, it feels like I'm completely shackled to you. Fine, whatever. Conveniently, another wish was just fulfilled. I'll give you one last thing. A notification sounds. Wish, survive for 70 days. Fulfilled. Wishes remaining, 993. Notice, acquiring reward. You have received Cadilla's demonic armor. Zhou Shun is skeptical. Demonic armor? Is this equipment? Fragment of Cadilla's demonic armor. A unique armament containing a shard of the heroic spirit Cadilla's power. Possesses the soulbound trait. Does not need to be worn. Exclusive combat skill. Armor adhesion. Summons the demonic armor onto the body to block attacks. Enhances strength while worn. Zhou Shun swings his arms, delighted. Another piece of soulbound defensive gear. Not only does it boost my defense and offense, but it also amplifies my power, even if it only covers a small area. But with attributes like that, what more could I possibly ask for? The evil god practically wept tears of anguish. This reward just drained all the power I'd managed to save up. I'll consider this an advance investment then. You better work your butt off over there to repay me. Zhou Shun accepted with unwavering confidence. I won't forget your kindness, boss. I'll do my absolute best. The next morning, a taxi pulled up. Hu Wei asked Zhou Shun with a concerned look, "Are you off today?" He replied, "Yeah. Even though it's only a day's journey from here to the central city, I want to get to school and start my studies as soon as possible." Hu Wei nodded sympathetically. "All right. You'll likely be in the central city for a while and won't be able to come back anytime soon. If you need anything at all, just tell me." Zhou Shun pulled out a letter. "Speaking of which, there's something I need a favor with. If it's not too much trouble, I was hoping you could check on my mom at the hospital sometimes. And if you happen to run into my sister, could you give this to her for me?" He furrowed his brow, perplexed. "This must be pretty important, huh? Why don't you just give it to her yourself?" Zhou Shun hesitated, a bit flustered. "My sister and I, well, we've had a bit of a disagreement. It's just not ideal for me to go see her right now." Hu Wei carefully tucked the letter into his pocket. "Got it. Don't worry, I'll look after your family. Now go on. Focus on your studies, all right?" Shun Jatsue piped up with a confident grin. "We'll come find you in about half a year. You better be ready to lead us by then." Su Xiaoxiao waved. "Keep in touch." Feeling reassured, Zhou Shun turned. "I'm heading out." A short while later, the taxi pulled to a stop in front of Universal Airport. A female attendant asked politely, "Are you checking in for a flight to the central city? May I ask the reason for your visit?" Zhou Shun answered succinctly, "Enrollment." "Enrollment? Now, isn't it still break?" "It's too early for enrollment," she thought, a hint of suspicion in her eyes. The attendant then requested, "Please present your enrollment verification." Zhou Shun pulled out a card. "Is this all right?" Clutching the card, the attendant froze, wide-eyed. "This is the Dawn Academy's ID card. This is my first time seeing one, and I've worked in the outer district for ages. I can't believe this seemingly ordinary young man." She looked up at him, utterly stunned. "Was actually recruited by the Dawn Academy." Zhou Shun, seeing her reaction, couldn't help but look confused. He began rummaging through his backpack. "Is this not enough? If not, I have my actual admission letter." The attendant quickly stopped him, flustered. No, this is perfectly fine. Please forgive my rudeness." She gestured. "Right this way, please. Once you board, just follow the flight attendant's directions." Zhou Shun pressed on. "I don't need a ticket," the attendant answered. "Individuals traveling to the central city with your status don't require a ticket. You only need to purchase a ticket if you're coming back from there." Moments later, the plane soared into the sky. Zhou leaned back in his seat, a look of contentment on his face. First class, huh? Is this another one of the Dawn Academy's perks? He suddenly fell deep in thought. Dawn Academy. I hope it doesn't disappoint me. A sudden announcement broke his thoughts. Dear passengers, this flight will arrive in the Central City area around 10 tomorrow morning. Zhou paused before the imposing gates of the Dawn Academy. He let out a gasp of surprise. This is the Dawn Academy. Zhou observed. It certainly looks imposing, but it's so quiet. It doesn't feel like a school at all. He peered into the reception area to ask, Excuse me, is this the reception desk? Where do new students register? The person behind the desk smiled, holding out their hand. May I see your card, please? He glanced at the card, then his eyes widened. Oh, you're Zhou, aren't you? I've been waiting for you for quite a while. Come on, I'll take you into the academy. Zhou looked confused. Waiting for me? I don't think I know any seniors here. He clarified, Not me exactly. Someone else is looking for you. The receptionist stopped in front of a large stone. Here we are. Stand in the center and touch the steel with your ID card. Zhou mused. A place like this inside a manor could be some kind of secret passage. The other man's eyes crinkled in a smile. You'll find out soon enough. He cautioned, You might feel a little dizzy, but just try to bear with it. A sudden flash of light erupted. Zhou eyes widened in stunned surprise. In the blink of an eye, he appeared before a magnificent building. This is magic teleportation. Chu Shen understood. So that wasn't a real school. The receptionist patted him on the shoulder. That's right. Dawnbreak is located in a much more remote place, so we need to use a teleportation stone. Freshman Chu, you just got here. You got plenty of time. You can explore later. The person you're here to see is waiting for us. Let's go. A moment later, he spoke up. Here we are. The receptionist waved. Miss Lin In, I've brought him as you asked. Lin In gracefully lifted her teacup, radiating the aura of someone in charge. Lin In spoke softly. Chu Shen, it's been a while. Do you still remember me? He replied, Of course. I've been wanting to find a chance to thank you. I just never expected that you'd be my senior. The professional woman beside her spoke. Payment sent. The receptionist scratched his head happily. Well then, I won't disturb you any longer. You two take your time. Chu Shen slowly stepped forward. Senior Lin In, why did you specifically seek me out? Is something wrong? Suddenly, a sharp voice cut in. Stop right there. Another student appeared, blocking his path. You're just some peasant from the outskirts. Who gave you permission to approach Miss Lin In? Lin In's expression soured. Cui Mingxing, watch your mouth. Chu Shen is my guest. She offered kindly. Chu Shen, let's have a seat and talk. He refused. No need. If you have something to say, just say it. Lin In lowered her head slightly. Then I'll be brief. My guild is currently recruiting, and I'd like to invite you to join. As for the pay, 30 million. How about it? Chu Shen froze. 30 million? Just like that? I heard a guild's hiring price for a decoy is based on their strength and potential. But even then, it's almost impossible for it to exceed 1 million. Cui Mingxiang snapped. Miss Lin In, are you insane? For that price, you could hire 3 peak barankers or 3 entry-level A-rank decoys. This hick from the outskirts isn't worth anywhere near that much. Even as a joke, this has gone too far. Lin In's face darkened. Cui Mingxiang. She shot him a furious glare. Since when do I need you to make my decisions for me? His face went pale in an instant. Cui Mingxiang stammered. I didn't mean it that way, Miss Lin In. He fumed internally. What the hell is so special about this kid? For Lin In to actually defend him like this? She, standing nearby, remained silent. Lin In continued. You just arrived in the city's mid-level, so I assume you haven't joined any guilds yet. Is that correct? This is the highest offer I could possibly make. I hope you can see how serious I am. Chu Shen couldn't help but hesitate. It'd be a lie to say I'm not tempted. This is something I wouldn't even dare to dream of. But I'm just an E-rank rookie right now. Why is she doing this? He began, his voice wavering. Senior Lin In. Suddenly, an announcement echoed through the hall. Attention! All first-year students are required to assemble. Please gather in the auditorium within 1 hour. I repeat, all new students. Lin In surmised. It seems the last of the freshmen has finally arrived. Chu Shen, you can leave your luggage here and pick it up later. She tilted her head slightly. As for joining the guild, I know my offer was sudden, so it's only natural for you to hesitate. How about this? Get some thought. After the freshman assembly, there's a session where seniors guide the new students. I hope you'll select me as your guide. Think of it as repaying me for saving your life. It can't hurt to have someone help you get adjusted, right? Chu Shen replied. I'll think about it, Senior Lin In. Lin In smiled, satisfied. Excellent. She, please take Chu Shen to the auditorium. She complied immediately. Yes, Miss Lin In. A short while later, in the auditorium, a large crowd of new students had already gathered. A blonde student arrogantly swept his hair back. Heh, to think I'd be the last of the freshmen to show up. As expected of the main character Euro, I stand out wherever I go. Totally worth the effort it took to get here. He smirked, a plan forming in his mind. I hear the great young miss of the Lin family is here too. A naive girl like that is the easiest type to wrap around your finger. If I can build a good relationship with her, or even marry her, our family's enterprise will grow even bigger. With that thought, the blonde shot a contemptuous look in Chu Shen's direction. What a broke loser. Looks like this year's freshmen are a complete joke. Perfect. That means less competition for me. All I have to do is sit next to him, and the contrast will make me look even better. Standing on the podium, the professor announced, "Looks like everyone's here. I'm busy, so let's make this quick." He introduced himself. "My name is Jiang Hui. I'm your class advisor. But don't expect me to personally teach you anything. After all, I'm a very busy man. My job is to arrange your tests and record your progress. Aside from a few mandatory activities, the Academy won't impose any restrictions on your schedules. All right, all of you listen up. I'm sure you were all considered geniuses back home, but here, you need to leave that glory in the past. You're just freshmen at Pexiao now, and you're about to face something completely unknown. The rifts. To put it simply, a rift is like a hunt. A hunter is the predator, but you can also be the prey. In there, every weapon known to mankind is useless. Only the immense physical power of a hunter and weapons forged from rift materials can actually deal any damage. Pexiao is where all the world's top hunters gather. This academy itself is a formidable line of defense against the rifts. And you are the warriors on that front line. As for specifics, you can find more information in the library. There's also rift combat training in the simulation room. Every week, instructors from various specializations will come to lecture. What you want to learn is entirely your own choice. The academy has no mandatory curriculum. The more you learn about the rifts, the better your chances of improving. Get stronger. Survive. If you can't even adapt, then get the hell out of here as soon as you can. Jiang Hui was satisfied by the students' expressions. Good. Not a trace of fear in any of her eyes. I trust that every one of you has ambitions you'd risk your life for. You've passed the first assessment. Take these. They're a reward from the academy. As he finished speaking, a large number of magic stones materialized before them. The students burst into an uproar. These are skill stones. If you absorb one, you can learn the combat skill instantly. I heard these are insanely expensive. This is my first time ever seeing one. Zhu Chun grabbed one of the stones. That's right. These are skill stones for the common combat skill, the Aya. Just crush it, and you'll automatically master the skill. A system panel appeared. You have acquired Insight, a common combat skill that automatically senses and identifies Grigori script. Rifts. This skill lets hunters understand the writing found inside them, which will help us conquer them more effectively. Jiang Hui warned them, but don't get too excited just yet. The academy has 2 more tests lined up for you. First is the freshman entrance exam. You are required to clear a low-level rift. Second, you must reach D rank and awaken your potential within 6 months. Also, within 1 year, you must earn 100 credits. A girl's voice trembled. 6 months to reach D rank? But I'm only an E3 right now. I don't know if I can do it. The person next to her added, I'm only E4. The pressure is insane. He continued, although there's no required order, I strongly advise you all to awaken your potential before stepping into a rift. The blonde-haired student smiled smugly. D rank? I'm already E5. Getting to D rank will be a piece of cake. There's no way anyone in this class is a higher rank than me. Meanwhile, Zhu Chun worried himself. D rank, huh? Even though I'm E6, I can't rely on potions to level up. I need to find a way into a rift. Jiang Hui's voice turned serious. Everyone quiet down. While reaching D rank in 6 months might seem difficult, the enhancement potions specially provided by the academy are much cheaper than the market price. You won't have to worry about resources. Furthermore, regarding the crucial matter of academic credits, the school will assign a supervisor to help you. Come in. A figure with flowing white hair entered. The students immediately let out a collective gasp. He introduced them. These are your seniors. They'll be the ones in charge of evaluating you freshmen. Jiang Hui pointed. Each of you freshmen may choose one of these seniors to be your sponsor. That sponsor will then arrange your entrance exam. The students were momentarily stunned. That's her. I can't believe it. I'm actually seeing her in person. Who's the senior with the white hair? Everyone's talking about her. You don't know? She's the heir to the Shenhua Guild. If you can get her endorsement, you might even have a shot at getting into Shenhua. Zhou Chen was a little curious. The Shenhua Guild. A student shot to his feet. Senior Linen, I enrolled here because of you. Please be my sponsor. Linen coolly sized him up. Judging by your stance, it seems you're an energy-type user. A faint smile touched her lips. Unfortunately for you, I'm a mage. I have nothing to teach you. Immediately after, another student jumped up. Senior Linen, I may specialize in strength, but I've decided to dual specialize in strength and magic. I hope I can learn from you. Linen rejected him flat out. Sorry, I'm a pure mage. I know nothing about the strength type. A series of other students also made their proposals. Senior Linen, my goal is to be a mage too. We're a perfect match. My specialty is speed. I want to become a speed-type mage. My focus will be seeing her reject one student after another. A female student said timidly, "No wonder she's from one of the 4 great guilds. Her standards are so high. I think I'll just pick a different senior." Jiang Hui put his head in his hands, completely exasperated. "This kid, Linen," he said sternly, "don't say I didn't warn you. This year, you must take on at least 1 new student. If you don't, I'll assign the very last one to you by default." Linen winced. "Yes, sir." Her eyes suddenly lit up with anticipation. Zhou Chun was startled. "Is she trying to tell me something?" The blonde guy misunderstood. "Perfect. All these other losers have been weeded out." He glanced smugly at Zhou Chun. "With my looks and my skills, it's pretty much impossible for me to be rejected. But even if I were, I'd still be assigned to the young lady of the Lin family as the last one." Just then, Zhou Chun stood up and called out, "Senior Linen." He declared, "What I want isn't just knowledge, but the chance to stand by your side. Would you be willing to be my sponsor?" At his words, Linen's face instantly flushed red. The other students looked at him with scorn. This guy clearly hasn't been paying attention. How could a worthless pitch like that possibly work? Linen suddenly spoke. "I accept." Her words sent a shock wave through the students. She smiled brightly. "I choose you." The blonde guy was furious, demanding €1. How was that possible? She's only picking one? What the hell are her standards, anyway? A short while later, in the mission hall, Zhou Chun asked curiously, "Can I ask why?" He continued, confused, "Senior Linen, you're the heir to the Shenhua Guild Euro, one of the 4 great guilds, right? A guild that massive can't be short on high-level users. So why would you go to such lengths to recruit a newcomer like me?" Her expression turned serious. "I'm recruiting you not just for the guild's sake, but for my own personal reasons. As for the details, I'll tell you after you pass the test. The first thing you need to worry about is how you're going to pass the entrance exam I prepared for you. As for them," Linen gestured gently to the side, "they're your teammates for this test." A tall, brawny man boomed, "You're Zhou Chun? All right, everyone's here. Let's go around and introduce ourselves." The first girl began to speak. "My name is Su Han, rank C, level 5. My potential is Shadow Sneak. I'm the proctor for this test. I will not interfere in the combat process unless a team member's life is in danger. But remember, the moment I step in to save you, you will automatically fail this test. Please keep that in mind." The next person introduces herself. "I'm Lu Wei, rank D. My potential is recovery. I can heal everyone's injuries." The next one speaks up. "My name is Zhao Lin, level 1, rank D. My potential is wind assist. I handle long-range support." And finally, the tall, imposing man. Li Rui, rank D, level 3. Potential, weapon enhancement. I'm the leader for this mission. If you want to pass, you'll follow my orders. He turns to ask Zhou Shun, "You're not carrying any gear. Did you awaken some kind of special potential or something?" He replies, "I'm Zhou Shun, a freshman. I'm rank E, so my potential hasn't awakened yet." Li Rui's expression instantly sours. "A rank E freshman? You haven't even had basic training and you're here for the test? How the hell does the academy even make these teams? He's just going to drag us down." Zhao Lin cuts in. "The teams are already set. Complaining about it now is pointless." Lu Wei agrees. "She's right. If we tried to reapply, there's no telling how long we'd have to wait." Li Rui grinds his teeth in frustration. "Fine. Just keep an eye on him later. As long as he stays out of my way." Lu Wei turns to Zhou Shun. "Freshman, once we enter the fissure, you need to stick close to me, okay?" Zhou Shun reassures her, "Don't worry. I have combat experience." She lets out a weary sigh. "You don't get it. Without a weapon or a potential, you can't even hurt the creatures inside the fissure." Lu Wei thinks helplessly. Are all freshmen this cocky nowadays? Soon after, Li Rui takes the lead and approaches the front desk. "Team leader Li Rui, submitting our application for the assessment." The person on the other side types briefly, "Application approved." The fissure is in room 1. He quickly takes the shard of the world tree. It can be used to activate the fissure's passage. The fissure is activated. Li Rui urges them on. "Let's move." Zhou Shun pauses in thought. The energy fluctuations are so dense. So this is a fissure. Hopefully, I can find the key item I need to level up without any trouble. An announcement rings out. "You have entered the Abyssal Cave." Lu Wei wonders, what kind of cave is this one? Just then, a strange sound comes from behind them. Zhao Lin spins around, on alert. "Enemies! They found us!" Lu Wei panics. "Already?" Li Rui gives the order, standard defensive formation. Zhou Shun is a little surprised. They formed up in the blink of an eye. At that moment, Su Han vanishes. "Looks like your test has begun. Good luck." "Skill, stealth." Li Rui shouts, tensed. "Here they come." A large pack of rank D shadow wolves appears. He realizes with a shock, shadow wolves. No wonder they could smell us so easily. Zhao Lin quickly unleashes her skill. Gale arrows. A volley of arrows flies out, wounding the pack of monsters. Li Rue uses his skill, Brutal Slash. He strikes one, sending it flying. Pathetic. Couldn't even take a single hit. The battle-hungry warrior charges forward. Come on, you pieces of trash. This panics Zhao Lin. Wait, you're charging too far ahead. In a moment she's distracted. A shadow wolf lunges and bites her arm. A panicked Lu Wei rushes over with her staff. I'm coming to heal you. A shadow wolf instantly appears behind her. Lu Wei realizes in horror. I'm screwed. Just in time, Zhou Shun dashes in. He kicks the monster, sending it tumbling. Zhou Shun asks with concern, Are you okay? She stammers in astonishment. Igrigaja. A system panel appears. Soul acquired. Zhou Shun comes to a realization. A notification? He understands. I see. It looks like I only acquire a soul if I'm the one who kills the spirit beast. Besides, if a beast like this is worth 10 soul points. Zhou Shun let out an amused chuckle. Does that mean stronger targets give more souls? Looks like I-LL have to test that theory on the big one back there. Meanwhile, Zhao Lin was struggling to fend off an attack. This needs healing. Lu Wei rushed over in a panic. I-am on it. She quickly used her recovery skill to heal Zhao Lin's wound. Lu Wei glanced nervously toward Zhou Shun. Was it that new student who saved me? I didn't even see what happened. Watching from above, Su Han made her assessment. Their overall strength isn't bad, but their teamwork is weak. Especially that Li Rue. As the team captain and vanguard, he's only focused on racking up his own kills, completely ignoring the fact that his teammates behind him are in danger. His high rank and decent gear might make up for his recklessness, she thought, but a rift is not that simple. If they can't get their formation together in time, this test is going to be a tough one. Having lost all sense of reason, Li Rue shouted excitedly, This test is way too easy. Without these losers holding me back, I could pass this thing all by myself. A monster silently appeared behind him. Li Rue pointed his sword at it arrogantly. Did you think you could sneak up on me? He instantly brought his sword down hard on the Monstero's head. Li Rue's eyes widened in horror. Oh crap. Two large, starving rock wolves charged toward him. Panic set in, and Li Rue instinctively scrambled backward. Zhao Lin asked in shock, There are rock wolves here too? She looked around worriedly. His yelling must have drawn them over. We're surrounded. Li Rue cried out desperately, Lu Wei. What are you gawking at? Heal me. Lu Wei hesitated for a moment. The distance is too great, she began, but he cut her off. What? You don't have legs. Li Rue threatened. If something happens to me and we fail this test, it's all your fault. Zhao Lin shouted, trying to stop her. Lu Wei, don't go. A rock wolf suddenly lunged forward. Suan scoffed. In a situation like this, is still ordering the healer to rush forward alone? Isn't that just feeding them a kill? She drew her sword in frustration. Looks like there are no hope for this test. I-LL have to step in. Su Han suddenly froze, her eyes wide with disbelief. A hand reached out just in time, yanking Lu Wei back. Zhou Shun grabbed the monster's maw with his bare hand. He crushed its head directly. A notification sounded. Received 30 souls. Zhou Shun frowned. This one was stronger than those 3 wolves from before, so the soul count is definitely higher. The rock wolf's armor is tough, but it's nothing against the power of my demonic armor. He gave an order. Stay close to me. I'll break us out. The scene unfolding before her left Lu Wei stunned. How did you Zhou Shun quickly grabbed the sword. He lunged forward without a moment's hesitation. In an instant, the blade was aimed straight for the monster's head. Zhou Shun easily finished it in a single strike. Received 30 souls. Another monster, not knowing any better, charged in to attack. He dealt with it in a flash. Received 30 souls. Su Han gasped in astonishment. How does a new student have these kinds of skills? He's even more impressive than a D rank. Zhao Lin wondered aloud, that strength and speed. Is he really an E rank? Lu Wei urged her, Lin, let's go. We have to follow him. Behind them, a massive pack of rock wolves gave chase. The 2 women ran for their lives, their faces set with grim determination. A sharp glint flashed in Zhou Shun's eyes. He commanded, get down. Immediately after, a flurry of notifications rang out. Received 30 souls. Received 30 souls. The monsters were instantly and mercilessly torn to shreds. Zhou Shun turned back to the 2 women. We should be safe for now. Lu Wei, if you would, please tend to the injured. Lu Wei nods. Zhao Lin, startled, stammers to herself. In just a flash, who the hell is this guy? Lu Wei tends to use wounds. He clutches his arm, wincing. Heck, it hurts. Damn it. Are you even any good at this? Just hang in there, she reassures him. Elsewhere, Zhao Lin approaches Zhou Shun. I'll stand guard with you. Shouldn't you get some rest? He asks. She replies, I'm fine. Thanks to you, Lu Wei, and I didn't even get a scratch. I got more souls from that last wave than I expected. Zhou Shun thinks with satisfaction. 210. If I keep this up, I might just be able to... A sudden shout cuts through the air. I said I want to quit this trial. Are you deaf? Lu Wei pleads awkwardly. It was so hard to qualify. Can't we just try one more time? Zhao Lin snaps in frustration. Liu, what's gotten into you now? He retorts. I'm the one up front killing monsters. What are the rest of you even doing? How am I supposed to pass this trial with a bunch of leeches like you? She fires back. If you hadn't rushed in so recklessly, would our team even be in this mess? Lu Wei nervously tries to de-escalate. Zhao Lin, calm down. Everyone, please stop fighting. Can we just regroup and finish this trial? Liu scoffs. Try? With what? It's because you're all so useless that I, the Vanguard, got seriously injured. Without a Vanguard, you can't do a damn thing. He thinks smugly, still talking back to me. I'll make these losers understand just how important I am. If they want me to keep being the Vanguard, they'll have to beg. Zhou Chen steps forward, cutting him off. In that case, you can wait here for us. He volunteers. I'll take over as Vanguard. Let's finish the rest of this trial. Liu springs to his feet, enraged. You? The Vanguard? This is a rare chance to enter the rift, Zhou Chen thinks. I can't leave before I level up. He says firmly, the team needs a Vanguard to move forward, and I can fill that role. Liu lets out a scornful laugh. You idiot. You think you can handle it just because you killed a few rock wolves with my longsword? Without any gear, a nobody like you facing the final boss. Won't even leave a scrap of meat behind. Zhao Lin cuts in. I'm with the new guy. Lu Wei adds, me too. Liu is stunned. What? You seriously believe this guy, Liu demands, who has no gear or potential, can pass the trial? She crosses her arms resolutely. I've seen what he can do. It's worth a shot. Lu Wei explains, a hint of sadness in her voice. It was so hard to qualify. I really don't want to give up. Zhao Lin chimes in, annoyed. At least he's more reliable than someone who just cries and whines about quitting. If you don't want to go, then just wait here for us. With that, she turns away coldly. New guy, let's go. Don't waste your breath on him. Liu trembles with rage, seething. I'm the team leader, yet they treat me like I'm nothing. You'll all regret this. A while later, the group ventures deeper into the wolf's den. The monsters notice them and charge forward. But Zhao Lin's arrows quickly bring them under control. She calls out proudly, I've interrupted their attacks. Nice one, Zhou Chen praises. A series of notifications rings out. Gained 30 souls. Gained 30 souls. Lu Wei reports urgently. Shadow, wolf ambush, front left. Zhao Lin tightens her grip on her bow. Got it, she replies. Behind them, a monster stealthily closes in. But in a flash, Zhou Chen dispatches it with ease. A system notification sounds. Gained 10 souls. You okay? He asks. We're all fine. Lu Wei answers happily. Looks like that was the last of them. Zhao Lin asks, intrigued. Come to think of it, how many monsters have we killed? Lu Wei does a mental count. About 40 or 50. Zhao Lin is shocked. That many. It all went so smoothly, I barely even noticed. Lu Wei walks over to Zhou Chen with a bright smile. That's because our new Vanguard is so amazing. We didn't feel any pressure at all. He replies modestly. It's because we all worked so well together. Zhao Lin cheers. I can feel it. We're almost at the final area. Let's push through and clear this trial. Lu Wei nods in agreement. As they approach the cave entrance, Zhao Lin suddenly remembers something. Oh, by the way, Nuga, she asked with deep curiosity. What was that blue light on your hand during the fight? It appeared for a second and then vanished. I've never seen anything like it. Lu Wei was also puzzled. I saw that too. Zhou Chen's heart skipped a beat. So if they did see it, trying to explain this would be a huge pain. I'll just have to play dumb. He forced a smile and waved his hand. I'm not really sure myself. It just sort of appeared on me one day. Zhao Lin was stunned. Is that a protective aura? It looks like an effect from an awakened potential. No wonder you dare to take the Vanguard position. Lu Wei asked in disbelief. You're not even D rank yet? Don't tell me you awakened early. Zhou Chen sidestepped the question. I guess so. Zhao Lin snapped, her voice filled with annoyance. When you joined the team, you said you didn't have a potential. Turns out you were lying. Lu Wei, ever the peacemaker, quickly stepped in. He's just a freshman, so he probably doesn't know the rules. It's actually incredibly rare for someone to awaken their potential this early. She looked at him with a word of advice. If you have a potential, you have to declare it when you're looking for a team. That way, you won't be discriminated against because of your rank. Team members who can take the Vanguard are in high demand. Zhou Chen nodded. Got it. He let a tired sigh. But do we really have to work in pairs for this mission? They killed most of the enemies we just ran into. I lost out on a ton of souls. If only I could enter these rifts alone, then I wouldn't have to worry about anyone stealing my kills. The system panel showed his soul count, 810. Zhou Chen felt a pang of anxiety. I wonder if I'll even get a chance to earn the 2,000 I need to level up. Watching from a distance, Su Han was astonished. I can't believe the team was revitalized by an E-rank rookie. His actual combat power is off the charts, and his command skills are excellent. He's a much better leader than Li Rui. She mused to herself. No wonder Miss Lin insisted on bringing him into the squad. At this pace, the evaluation will be over in no time. Suhan's gaze shifted suspiciously toward Li Rue. As for this guy, why is he concealing his presence and sneaking along behind the team? What the hell is he up to? Just then, an overwhelming killing intent flooded the area. Zhao Lin stopped dead in her tracks. Lu Wei ventured a guess. It's a dead end ahead. This must be the final area. She frowned. But why is there nothing here? Lu Wei wondered aloud. You don't think this mission doesn't have a boss? Or maybe we already killed the target without even realizing it. Zhao Lin shot that down immediately. Impossible. If the target was dead, the rift would already be closing. She scratched her head in frustration. What a headache. The evaluation isn't over until the rift is sealed. Lu Wei suggested hesitantly. Could it be that we've run into a super rare, special case? Zhou Chen activated his perception. He instantly knew something was wrong. Up top, Zhou Chen yelled, his voice tight with tension. A colossal monster plummeted from the sky. It slammed into the ground, sending a powerful shockwave through the cavern. Zhao Liniero's eyes widened in terror. It was ambushing us. As the thick mist cleared, the monster's true form was revealed. The lead monster emerged, flanked by several other powerful beasts. Zhao Lin's face drained of all color. You gotta be kidding me. Before them stood 3 gigantic shadow direwolves. All D rank, and leading the pack was a D rank direwolf king. Suhan burst from the shadows, her voice laced with panic. Everyone fall back. The evaluation is suspended. She dropped her stealth. Her sudden appearance made them jump. Senior Suhan. Suhan gritted her teeth, her mind racing. 3 elites and 1 boss. This level of difficulty is far beyond the scope of this evaluation. When we first assessed this rift, there weren't supposed to be any high-energy fluctuations. Facing this with your current strength, you don't stand a chance. We can still get out now. If we wait and get drawn into a fight, I'm not sure I can protect you all. Zhou Chen's expression was grim as he did the math. 3 elites, 1 boss. The amount of souls they're worth has to be huge. But if I try to face them alone, the risk is just too great. A notification suddenly popped up. He started. A quest? Right after I got the fragment. This is the first time I've gotten an aspiration quest. A panel lit up before him. Aspiration quest. Obtain the Rock Wolf Soul. Status. Incomplete. Leaving the rift is considered mission failure. The authority holder will be penalized for breaking the pact. Penalized just for leaving? He remembered the evil god's warning. Once the pact is sealed, any thought of resistance will be met with punishment and torture until death. So, they're blocking off my only escape route. He glared, his anger rising. Is this their way of forcing me to fight? Damn, I've been played. Thinking about it, he couldn't help but let out a laugh. Zhou Chen rolled up his sleeves. Senior, let me handle this. Suhan stepped back in shock. Don't tell me you're... Zhou Chen activated his skill. Demon armor. He declared, these things are mine. Just then, his system panel appeared. Authority holder. Zhou Chen. Bloodline. Human. Enticer. Potential. Unlocked. Level. E6. Physique. 30. Strength. Not applicable. Agility. Not applicable. Spirit. Not applicable. Psionic sense. Unlocked. Perception. Thorn demon. Armor fragment. Remaining will of the evil god. 993. Souls. 810. And so, Zhou Chen stood before 4 colossal beasts. Suhan desperately tried to stop him. You're going to fight all 4 at once. Are you insane? These are boss-level monsters, not something to mess with. Zhao Lin tried to calm her. Senior Suhan, let's just wait and see. I trust the new kid isn't one to act recklessly. She helplessly continued. If a student insists, then even if it's a death match, the examiners must respect their wishes. I just hope you know what you're doing. Over on the battlefield, Zhou Chen spoke seriously. All of you get back. I'll handle this. Lu Wei couldn't help but worry. Don't force yourself. If it doesn't work out, we can retreat together. Just feeling their aura, I can tell these things are on another level. Without the protection of the demon armor, 1 hit would probably be enough to kill me. But why don't I feel a single shred of fear? A smirk played on his lips. I guess it makes sense. After all, compared to the thing that's backing me, you guys are nothing. One of the beasts let out a sudden, deafening roar. On its signal, they all lunged at Zhou Chen in unison. He immediately activated his perception skill. In the blink of an eye, Zhou Chen dodged the monster's razor-sharp claws. He effortlessly weaved through their lethal attacks. Hiding behind a rock, Zhao Lin gasped in amazement. Incredible. He's facing 4 D-class lords, and he's not at a disadvantage at all. Is a vanguard's potential really this powerful? Lu Wei cut in, awestruck. Not necessarily. It was nothing like this with the captain. Suhan added, her face pale with shock. They say that after an enticer awakens a powerful potential, they must defeat a lord-class monster on their own. But this is the first time I've ever seen anyone fight a lord barehanded. I have no idea what Tira's potential could possibly be. A cold sweat ran down her back. But this alone isn't enough. Lord-class monsters aren't this simple. Meanwhile, Zhou Chun was busy dodging. This giant wolf speed, it's nearly as fast as mine. Handling one would be easy enough. But with all four coming at me, it's just too dangerous. This battle of attrition is just a pointless drain on my stamina. I need to thin their numbers fast. He declared, gotta take down the king first. With that, Zhou Chun launched a direct attack at one of the beast's heads. He was instantly blinded by a brilliant aura. A full power strike, even enhanced by the demon armor, couldn't even scratch it. The beast quickly activated its Lord-class skill, Active Rock Armor. All its wounds healed in an instant. Zhou Chun watched in stunned disbelief. It healed itself? You want to fight a war of attrition with me? I need to find a way to break this stalemate. Hiding cowardly behind a rock, Li Rue watched in disbelief. He challenged 4 D-rank leaders and didn't die? How is that even possible? A sinister smile crept across his face. No, wait. If even he can handle them, it must mean this overlord isn't that strong. If it were me, it would be even easier. That's right. This position should have been mine. I'm the team captain. I'm the one who should be killing the overlord. This is all that new kid's fault. With that thought, Li Rue didn't hesitate. He tightened his grip on his sword and charged toward Zhou Chun, his aura blazing. All I have to do is accidentally kill him, Li Rue thought smugly. Then I'll take down the overlord myself. And my future will be set, he roared in excitement. With a casual flick of his hand, Zhou Chun sent the man's sword flying. He looked at Li Rue with satisfaction. Perfect timing. With that, Zhou Chun instantly dodged aside, leaving a terrified, pale-faced Li Rue in his place. He desperately tried to activate Fortify Defense, but it was too late. Unable to withstand the blow, Li Rue was sent flying. He slammed painfully into a rock, his face ashen as he let out a pathetic scream. Li Rue's sword, now free, flew through the air. Zhou Chun caught it just in time, gripping it tightly in his hand. Bracing himself against a cliff face, Zhou Chun declared with determination, time to end this. Quick and clean. Allocate all soul points to agility. Agility enhanced. 800 soul points consumed. Agility increased from 0 to 5. Acquired combat skill, Godspeed. In a flash, Zhou Chun shot forward at an insane speed. With one decisive strike, he decapitated the monster. 750 soul points acquired. Zhou Chun smiled, pleased. 1 down. I'm surprised. I didn't expect to get a combat skill just from raising a stat. Not only did I get 10 extra points in agility, but I also got a pretty strong passive effect. Exclusive combat skill, Godspeed, plus 10 agility. Increases power based on current movement speed. Current agility, 15. Zhou Chun glanced at the other monsters. With just this ability, I can even take down the boss with ease. 2 down. 750 soul points acquired. Su-Han gasped, startled. He got faster again. What in the world is going on? The cornered monster gnashed its teeth in fury. Zhao Lin yelled in frustration. Why did that guy have to follow us here? Now we have to save him. So damn annoying. Just then, a monster suddenly charged. Lu Wei's eyes widened in horror. Zhao Lin, the demon wolf, is coming this way. Zhao Lin scrambled back. What? She struggled fiercely. Don't think you can just push us around. Don't you underestimate us. She instantly unleashed her combat skill, Charged Tempest. Zhou Chun arrived just in time. He called out softly, Zhao Lin. Nice work. With a single slash, he took it down. 750 soul points acquired. Zhou Chun's soul point total reached 2,260. He let out a soft sigh of relief. Finally, I've saved up 2,000 points. An unruly rock wolf charged forward, growling. Zhou Chun's expression hardened as he muttered. Level up. The system panel appeared instantly. Level up. 2,000 soul points consumed. Rank E, LV 6-Rank D. LV1. Soul points, 260. An immense power suddenly burst forth. Su-Han froze in shock for a moment. Zhao Lin and Lu Wei were utterly dumbfounded, jaws agape. System notification. Authorized user has reached Rank D. Potential unlocked. Abyss potential. Gain the power to wield the Abyss. Can summon an abyssal domain. Wish fulfilled. Advance to Rank D. Reward. Exclusive combat skill. Remaining evil god wishes. 992. Zhou Chun cast a cold glance behind him. Death's Touch. Exclusive combat skill within the abyssal domain. Can summon 4 manifestations of the evil god's Death's Touch. The Death's Touch possesses powerful piercing properties. The demon beast stared desperately at Zhou Chun. Without a shred of mercy, he cleanly severed its head. An info panel appeared. Authorized user, Zhou Chun. Affiliation, human. Class, Tempter. Rank D1. Level 7. Abyss potential. Physique, 30. Strength, not applicable. Agility, 15. Spirit, not applicable. A system notification chimed. Received 5,000 souls. Zhou Chun thought with satisfaction. No wonder it's a lord-level monster. Its soul points are actually over 5,000. Good thing Death's Touch has such powerful piercing ability. Otherwise, I probably would have had to fight for a lot longer. A series of notifications rang out. Wish quest. Eliminate the Rock Wolf King. €1 completed. Rewards received. Rock Wolf King's Crystal. Rock Wolf King's Crystallization. Rare material, a crystallization condensed from the power of the Rock Wolf King. Holding it in his hand, Zhou Shun felt a little puzzled. A material reward? But it doesn't say how to use it. Zhao Lin rushed over. Are you okay? Lu Wei chimed in. That was incredible. I can't believe you actually fought a Lord-level monster alone. If we told anyone, they'd never believe us. She wondered, is it really dead? Does it have a second phase? Suhan calmly spoke up. The star energy fluctuations within the rift have stabilized. It seems the Lord is truly dead. Zhao Lin realized with a start. So that means? Suhan subtly acknowledged. You've passed the trial. Zhao Lin cheered happily. That's amazing. We fought for so long. We finally passed. The new guy, he's totally amazing. Lu Wei happily hugged her. I thought I'd never pass this test in my whole life. She was momentarily emotional and bowed her head. Luckily, we had the boss leading us. Thank you so much. Zhou Shun, hearing this, awkwardly reminded them. Just call me Zhou Shun. Suhan continued. I'll report the results of this test. Lu Wei Zhaolin. You two performed very well during this mission. According to the test regulations, the reward is 5 academic credits. Lu Wei whispered. We barely did anything. It was all thanks to the new student. She chuckled and shook her head. That's not entirely true. You both did your best. Knowing your own limits, you proceeded cautiously and didn't hinder the team. Even when faced with unexpected situations, you remained calm and didn't give up until the very end. For that, you truly deserve praise. As for Zhou Shun, your performance is the best I've ever seen from a new student. An individual with outstanding ability, strong leadership skills, and let's not forget the achievement of single-handedly defeating 4 Lord-level monsters. You will receive a perfect score of 10 for the basic section. Then, I will award you 5 points from Li Rue, for a total of 15 academic credits. Zhao Lin and Lu Wei exclaimed in surprise. 15 academic credits? This is the first time I've ever seen such a high score. Zhou Shun politely bowed. Thank you, senior. She smiled and waved it off. No need to be so polite. If there weren't mission restrictions, I feel like this score would still be too low. Meanwhile, Li Rue retorted indignantly. What right do you have to give my academic credits to him? Suhan explained with annoyance. Because you don't deserve these points. As a team leader, you abandoned your formation and teammates during battle, putting the entire team in danger. Your behavior is truly unacceptable. You even attempted to attack a teammate. According to regulations, the Academy will cancel your evaluation results, and you will no longer be qualified to participate in the exam. He questioned in a panic. What right do you have? I just wanted to end the battle quickly. You can't do this. I'll file an appeal. Suhan turned away dismissively. If you have objections, then file an appeal. She threatened. When the higher-ups send someone to thoroughly investigate the situation, it will only make things worse. Li Rue was so scared he couldn't speak. I'm finished. Suhan turned to the others and said, while the rift hasn't closed yet, let's go back. They all said in unison, yes. A short while later, in the office, Suhan announced, I've sent the test results to the higher-ups. The rewards will be sent to everyone's accounts within 24 hours. They cheered happily. Thank you, senior. In contrast, Li Rue, utterly dejected, silently left the room. Zhao Lin smiled, remembering. All right, Zhou Shun, can I get her contact info? Lu Wei chimed in eagerly. Yeah, if we manage to snag a mission, we'll get in touch with you. Suhan stepped forward. I hate to say it, Zhou Shun, but you probably won't have a chance to get one, right? How about joining our Phantom Shadow Guild? He looked puzzled. I thought the minimum requirement to even apply to a guild was C rank. She replied, that's for the major guilds. Mid to high-tier guilds like ours don't have so many restrictions. With your strength, you could definitely negotiate a salary of 3 million with the captain. 3 million? Zhou Shun thought. That just goes to show how incredible Senior Lin's offer really was. He politely declined. I'm sorry, Senior. I'm not really considering it right now. Suhan scratched her head, embarrassed. Right. Lin is a sponsor. His target must be the Shinha Guild. She stammered. I see. Well, that's a shame. But our offer is always open if you change your mind. A familiar voice suddenly called out. Looks like the assessment went smoothly. Zhou Shun turned in surprise. Senior Linen. She smiled warmly. Zhou Shun, I can't pick you up. What are you two doing? Suhan looked away, a hint of sadness in her voice. Oh, nothing. Just congratulating Zhou Shun on passing his assessment. In the distance, Zhao Lin waved enthusiastically. See you later, Zhou Shun. He walked over to her. You were waiting for me? Lin nodded gently. I just didn't expect you to be done a little earlier than I'd planned. I've already moved your luggage to the dormitory. Come on, I'll take you there. The scene shifts to a spacious, well-furnished room. Linen gestured around. This is your dorm room. Once you earn more academic credits, you can apply for a better one. Zhoushan looked up, amazed. This is already amazing. He turned to her suddenly. Speaking of which, I've passed the test, so you should probably explain why you invited me to join you. This made Lin, Anne's assistant, uncomfortable. Miss Linen, do you really have to tell him? She answered with a reassuring look. It's fine. If I chose to recruit Zhoushan, it means I trust him. Besides, he passed my test. He's earned the right to know and the power to make them shut up. Zhoushan was confused. Them. Linen explained. To put it simply, I am currently the official heir to the guild. But since my father was the previous leader, the guild has long been split into 3 factions, each one fighting for the right of succession. To secure my inheritance, I need to build my own branch of loyal guild members. And for that, I need your help. The realization dawned on Zhoushan. I see. So the original guild members can't be trusted, right? But why do you trust me? She answered honestly, I've been watching you. The exchange meet and the Blackwater Zone. You're truly spectacular. Your straightforwardness and the way you wield your power. That's what I value. And besides, there's one more important thing. Linen asked bluntly. You're carrying a massive amount of debt, aren't you? She continued, I did a little digging. Although your debt appears to be with a small organization in Roy City, in reality, that organization is run by a major loan company that collaborates with the higher-ups in the central administration. They can use their authority to steal and interfere with people's personal information, especially pawns like Euro, people with the potential to actually pay it back. Even if you eventually repay that huge sum, you'll still be under their control. They'll even use various schemes to force you to work for them. However, as it happens, my rival is the boss of this very company. Join me, and I can help you keep them in check and protect your information from being exploited. Furthermore, once I defeat them, I'll help you erase every damaging document they have on you. At that point, you'll be truly free. Our interests are aligned. Hearing this, Zhoushan fell into a thoughtful silence. Having a guild's backing would definitely be a lot safer. Not to mention, the guild offers a lot of convenient privileges that I'll probably need in the future. An offer this good, there's no reason to refuse. With his mind made up, he quickly reached a decision. If you need me, senior, I'm willing to do my part. But what exactly do you need me to do? Lin clapped her hands, satisfied. Excellent, but there's no rush. For now, just proceed with your own plans. She immediately turned and called out, Jishi. Her subordinate replied out of habit, yes. Instantly, Zhoushan's phone buzzed with a notification. 5 million received. He glanced at it, startled. 5 million, just like that? Lin continued. The minimum contract level for our guild is C rank. This 5 million is a show of our sincerity. The rest will be settled after you officially sign with the guild. I have high hopes for you. It's getting late. You should get some rest. If you need anything, feel free to contact us. Zhoushan nodded in relief. All right, thank you both. A moment later, the dorm room door clicked shut. Exhausted, Zhoushan collapsed onto his bed. Finally, a chance to rest. Now, let's sort through everything I got today. After ranking up to D class, I've unlocked more new functions, and I earned a whole 5,000 souls. Let's see what I can upgrade. Looking at the rank and attribute upgrade panel, Zhoushan paused. He wondered, this new potential option, is it an attribute related to my abyss powers? On top of that, the soul cost to add a point to potential is double the other stats. The upgrade requirements have gone up a lot too. Looks like the cost doubles with each new rank. Huh? If I spend everything on just raising my rank, it doesn't seem very efficient. Besides, upgrading attributes gives me new combat skills. Before, increasing agility gave me Godspeed. Zhoushan considered his options. I'll try putting 5 points into potential. The information panel updated instantly. Death's Touch Beast. Exclusive skill upgraded from LV1 to LV2. Number of Death's Touch Beast summons increased to 6. Acquired exclusive skill, Spatial Storage. Exclusive skill unlocked, Storage function. Allows you to store your belongings in the abyss space. LV1 space capacity 160. Zhoushan clenched his fist. Just as I thought. Upgrading potential strengthens all of my abyss skills. Pleased, he immediately tested the new skill. Store. System display. Storage LV1. 3/160 water bottles. The Rock Wolf's crystal. The fragments of the camera's demonic armor. Retrieved water bottle. Every item I get can be stored here, and I can take them out whenever I want. This will make carrying things around so much more convenient. Zhoushan's eyes widened. Whoa, what's this? Status. Rank up attributes, storage exchange shop. Rank up, no rank up item. So I can't rank up without a key item. I'll ignore this for now. What I'm really looking forward to is the exchange shop. The screen immediately displayed. Soul exchange shop. Souls, 3,660. Low-grade recovery potion, 100. Low-grade stamina potion, 100. Low-grade one-handed sword, 1,100. Low-grade shield, 1,100. Low-grade greatsword, 1,500. Low-grade bow, 1,700. Low-grade dagger, 1,200. Low-grade battle axe, 1,500. Zhou Shen murmured in awe. There's so much stuff here. I can even buy weapons? Judging by today's battle, a weapon is definitely crucial. Spend 1,500 souls to purchase low-grade greatsword. I heard even a standard-issue school weapon costs hundreds of thousands. A specially forged one will be astronomically expensive. I wonder how the quality of the weapons from the shop is. Purchased low-grade greatsword. He held the sword in his hands, filled with anticipation. It has a pretty good feel to it. But of the 5,000 souls I started with, I only have 2,160 left. I need them for upgrades and the shop. This is going to get expensive fast. I'll save the rest, just in case. The evil god was suddenly startled. This presence. The evil god was terrified. He scared the life out of me. He smirked. I can feel it. My abyss potential. Not only can I store items, but I can also summon this guy to fight alongside me. The evil god was flustered. To think you could use the abyss so quickly. Have you already figured out how to level up? Zhou Shen nodded. I have an assessment today. Good thing I made it back from the rift safely. Hearing this, the evil god frowned slightly. It's only been a short time. This is truly unexpected. It couldn't help but feel a flicker of anticipation. But this is good. It saves me a lot of trouble. If you can already enter rifts, then it's time to put you to work. A while later, at the rank assessment department, Zhou Shen was seated on a bench with a group of other people. The evil god asked, "What are you doing here?" He replied, "Waiting for my potential assessment." "Didn't you want me to clear more rifts? Once I get my assessment and certification, it'll be much easier to find new missions." The staff member announced. Next, student Zhou Shen. He quickly stood up. "Coming." She greeted him with a warm smile. "I've seen your file. You're a new first-year student, right?" Zhou Shen nodded. "That's right." She continued. "Not many people achieve a D rank awakening at your age. Since you're a freshman, you probably don't know much about the assessment, right? Let me give you a quick rundown. This device will measure the rarity of your potential and assign a color. It's divided into 5 tiers from lowest to highest: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and legendary. The higher the rarity, the greater your potential and room for growth. But if you get a very low rarity, don't be discouraged. There's still a chance to turn things around with a second awakening. In the distance, an excited man cheered. "Yes, this is great. I'm silver rank." His companion replied bitterly. "And I'm just bronze? Damn it." The staff member began her instructions. "Hand me your black card. Then, place your hand on the device. This will only take a moment." Zhou Shen quickly complied. A massive aura of light instantly erupted from the pillar. The staff member's eyes went wide with shock. "That's strange. Why is the color unstable? It should have registered immediately. The test results are..." She was momentarily stunned. Just then, the device began to emit a strange, distorted light. Immediately after, an immense power began radiating from his body. The surrounding crowd was terrified. "Hey, look at that. What's going on? The energy fluctuations are insane. What kind of potential is this? The pressure is crushing. I can barely breathe." The staff member was overwhelmed. "This is the first time I've ever seen a test with such violent fluctuations. What in the world is his potential?" An announcement rang out. "Apostle." She was instantly confused. The color is purple? There's no record of this color. And his potential is called Apostle. That sounds like a class name. Hearing this, Zhou Shen was puzzled. A class name? The staff member explained. When someone first awakens, their power is usually incomplete. The ability's name will only show a skill, like Flame or Storm. It's only after a second awakening that full class names like Flame Warrior or Storm Mage are displayed. That's what's considered a complete awakening. But you receive a class name on your very first one. How is that even possible? Sensing the anomaly, the department head rushed over anxiously. What was all that commotion? She recognized him, flustered. "Chief." The staff member stammered, pointing at Zhou Shen. "It was this student's assessment. I don't know if the machine is malfunctioning or not, but his potential registered as purple, and it's named Apostle. It's like a second awakening class name." He exclaimed in disbelief. "What? Let me see the test results." "There's no error in the test data. Besides, this device isn't from our world, so there's no way it could make a mistake." "Which means..." "Exactly. This is the purple tier. A whole new class." The department head reports immediately. "Understood. There's no issue with the equipment. The potential's name is Apostle. The class is purple. I get it now." A female staff member hurries over with card. "Department head, the black card is ready." He gives a slight nod. The department head turns to Zhou Shen. "This card is for you. You're Zhou Shen, right? Your potential class is a color that's never been seen before in history. Since we have so little information, its specific rank is still unclear. Because of that, the higher-ups have decided to temporarily designate your potential class as unique. And as for your Apostle potential, That's also something we'll need to study. From now on, we'll be basing our evaluation on your performance. Once we've gathered more data, we'll make a more accurate assessment. Looking at the card in his hand, Zhou Chen wonders, the purple tier, could it be because of the Genesis power fragment? The surrounding crowd buzzes with whispers. Unique tier. Sounds pretty incredible. It's just a new tier, that's all. Doesn't mean it's strong. What if it's just a little better than bronze? Yeah, but that apostle title, that alone sounds like a big deal. Zhou Chen's expression turns thoughtful. It all sounds so grand, but doesn't this just make me a guinea pig for the higher-ups? Still, at least I got certified without a hitch. Time to find a mission. A little while later, in the mission hall, someone walks up to Zhou Chen. Hey, fellow student. You look a little lost. Looking for a mission? He introduces himself with a friendly smile. My name's Zhang Hao. We need one more person for a collection mission. You in? Zhou Chen asks. A collection mission? Zhang Hao pulls out his phone. Yep. The objective is to mine some crystal or the area's already been scouted. It's totally safe. The academic credits are less than a subjugation mission, but it's much safer and pays better. Zhou Chen is thrilled. 2 academic credits and 50,000 for each of us in a 4-person team? There's no reason to turn down a deal this good. He immediately agrees. I'm in. Zhang Hao grins and throws an arm around his shoulder. Awesome. First, go to the mission post and accept it. Just download the official school app here, register, find the post, and hit join. Everyone looking for a team posts on here. Pretty convenient, right? Once you're done, we can head out. He cheerfully leads him over to the rest of the group. I found our last person. The other guy nods, satisfied. Finally, let's go. Zhou Chen asks Zhang Hao. Doesn't our mission have a safety supervisor? Zhang Hao answers candidly. That's only free during the new student evaluation period. For any other mission, you have to pay to hire one. Our mission isn't difficult, so we don't need one. They quickly make their way into the crystal cave. Inside, they look around in awe. Whoa, this is incredible. I've never seen a crystal vein this huge before. This is beautiful, Zhou Chen says, impressed. Suddenly, the evil god inside him stirs. This feeling, it calls out awkwardly, hey kid. Zhou Chen instinctively checks his quest log. You got another wish for me. Wish quest received. Within 1 hour, collect at least 150 crystal ores. Exceeding the time limit will result in mission failure. The Grand Tailleur will be penalized for breach of contract. Zhou Chen gets it. So it's a collection quest this time. Huh? The evil god speaks, pleased. The crystal energy in this place is incredibly rich. I can absorb its energy to recover my strength. To get this lucky on your first outing, make sure you don't mess this up. Zhang Hao hands Zhou Chen a pickaxe. Here, I brought extra tools so you can borrow this one. Let's get this done so we can turn in the mission. Zhou Chen takes it politely. They work together, mining the crystal ore. Zhang Hao strikes up a conversation. Wow, you're stronger than you look. Is your potential strength-based or something? Something like that, Zhou Chen replies non-committally. His eyes lit up. This is great. Having an attack-type potential on the team will be a huge help. My enhanced vision is useless in a fight, so I'm stuck doing collection missions. A voice suddenly echoed in his mind. Hey kid, quiet down. I can't absorb these crystals. Did you do something wrong? Zhou Chen froze. What? System notification. No ownership. Absorption failed. The realization hit Zhou Chen. So that's it. Even the abyss can't collect things that don't belong to me? Seeing him just standing there, Zhang Hao started to taunt him. Hey, get a move on. What are you staring at the crystals for? Thinking of pocketing a few? I'd advise against it. Everything here belongs to the academy. Take anything without permission, and you'll face some serious consequences. Zhou Chen fell silent. It all belongs to the academy. No wonder I can't absorb it. But the mission only gives me an hour. How am I supposed to find any crystals of my own in that time? I have no idea, the voice replied, sounding unconcerned. You've got your mission. You'll have to figure it out on your own. Suddenly, the ground began to tremble. What's happening? Zhang Hao screamed in terror. An earthquake? Someone scrambled toward them, pointing frantically. Guys, look, it's a Crystal Eater Worm King. I thought this mission was supposed to be completely safe. The Crystal Eater Worm King nests in mineral veins and is incredibly sensitive to disturbances. Our mining must have angered it. Forget the crystals. Retreat. Back the way we came. But while everyone else panicked, Zhou Chen hesitated. It nests in mineral veins. The Crystal Eater Worm King was soon hot on their heels as they fled for their lives. Hurry, go faster. Zhou Chen was running last, and the creature was closing in fast. Zhou Chen glanced back at it, his expression cold. Without a moment's hesitation, he shoved the teammate running just ahead of him. It was Zhang Hao. He stumbled, falling hard to the cave floor. Zhou Chen, he screamed in terror.